All right, welcome back to the Cordial Hellions. We're still waiting on. We have an idiot that.
Sound works.
Sound works.
Yeah, sound check works.
We're waiting on one player, so we're just gonna kind of hang out for a little bit. I have started looking into Streamloots as a way to interact with our chat, so I am going to send links out to them to test out the system to see if it works. I sent out the link currently. I gotta paste the alert thing here, and we're gonna see if it works. It's gonna be I'm gonna have to rework OBS after the fact, but hopefully this will work.
No, there's things that choose a player that gains 1d4 inspiration, but it shows the d6 icon. D6 dice.
Did I do that wrong?
Yeah, the d6 is d4.
Let me go look at my cards. You're killing me. Yep, you are correct.
My packs.
Edit. Edit card. Oh, yeah, because I hadn't updated the card animation.
Yep.
There it goes. All right, if you refresh, it might work.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Nice.
So 3 of the 4 people have grabbed them. So I want to see what you guys got real quick.
I got choose a player. That player adds plus 3
okay.
to that one, and then I got that one, and then I got that one.
Yeah, 2 easies encounters, then 1 plus 1.
Plus 1. Okay.
I got a -3 to an action with the next 5 minutes, d4, and a plus 1 to an ability check.
I hope I roll
5 minutes.
So what I want you guys, now you can close out of that, and then you should be able to go to your cards, and you can click on them and play them. Cool. So the ones you have, so try playing one of them. I'll give you guys more packs if you want to try them, but try clicking on the -1. And then you can add, so it says blah, 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 choose a player. So do what it tells you to do. It should post it in Twitch, and it should appear on my stream over here. So we're going to see if this works. Ethan, do you want to try this too? I think we lost Ethan.
Has he muted?
Oh, I'm still here. I just didn't realize I was muted.
There we go. Pants has played a card. Lindor loses a number. So it'll appear like that on the Twitch stream.
Okay.
So, yeah. We'll just have to interact with it, and then after a second, it will show. Oh, there's Michaels. Make Devo fall on his face.
Make Void fall on his face.
I'm going to increase that time, though, because I don't like how short it is.
How short? What is 5 minutes?
Well, no, it's just that. 20 rats. So that one, I actually have a random generation thing over here. So you played that, so I'm going to come over here. Give me a second, and we're going to go to my tools and my random dungeon generator. So it's a little delayed, but it works.
You got a random dungeon generator?
A random
Encounter
generator.
Ah, okay.
Maybe.
Nice. This is pretty neat.
It can be. I'm hoping it works out well. Okay, of course. The one website that I had that did random encounters is gone now.
So paying for the loot.
Yes.
Who gets the money? It goes to
The
us?
stream does.
It goes straight to us?
I mean, they'll probably take a cut of it.
Okay.
I don't know how much, but it should go to the Twitch stream. Yeah. That's the hope. Or it'll go. I have a PayPal signed up for it, so it'll go to the PayPal, I think.
Okay.
How can you tell which is which? Because in the chat it just shows.
It'll say the card played by someone, played, and then it gives the information.
Well, it says it in chat.
So it says not so fun when it's against you, is it? That's the card's name. Played, Pants is the person's name. Played this card, Lindor loses a number. So that's the text. And then the link, if you click the link, it'll open up the card they played.
That's weird because it's not opening up that card. There you go. Okay.
Okay, so what I wanted to do was I want to adjust my alerts to go a little bit longer than I think it's 6 seconds. I'm going to go 10 seconds. So, go ahead and let me save these changes real quick. But yeah, the chat there will be a little slow, which is kind of a pain, but it is what it is. And then, so yeah, I guess I can do over here and try and do a random encounter generator. See, actually, this used to be able to do one. Let me see if it still does. So So I'm gonna do random encounter, difficulty,
Deadly. Oh my.
easy. There is a deadly encounter.
1 hour cooldown. Okay.
Yeah, you can't do that
legendary.
more than once an hour. That's the kind of problem.
30 minutes. Easy is 5 minutes. Okay.
All right, so you guys for an easy encounter, you guys are gonna fight some tiny little beast, a lich hound. That's an easy encounter. I guess for your guys' level it is. Yeah.
A whole bunch of bullywugs.
It's 3,300 XP. So yeah, that's not that bad.
Let's go.
actually.
Let's go.
So anyway, that's the idea. I feel like it will hopefully help engagement.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep a coupon out there they can redeem, where if when someone comes to visit and they chat for the first time, I'll say, "Hey, thanks for coming. Here's if you want to go create a account with Streamloots, here's some free cards you get to interact with the stream with." I feel like it'll keep people
And so,
in
like,
long.
common cards are cheap, where, like, the legendary cards are more
You
expensive.
can
or
either
is it
so there's a couple
loot
things you can do. You can break down cards to build better cards. So it's like break down easy cards for or green cards
Common
for like
cards for,
20 diamonds, and it tells you actually in the app on how it works.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sounds
my goal is that I want to make a lot more of these cards. So my hope is that like you guys can help give ideas, and then I can make more cards because I've only got like 18 currently, which isn't a lot,
Nah.
and a lot of them are the same concept. So I want like new things. So that's the hope.
Okay.
So let me create a coupon. We'll go.
I think there needs to be an uncommon or a rare that just says spawn in a were-hippo. It's got a 20-minute cooldown and it just spawns in a random were-hippo. The were-hippo doesn't have to be aggressive, but you know. It just shows up munching
I keep
grass.
stealing food, so I think it's okay.
What?
I keep stealing food, so I think it's okay.
It's like I was 481.
Oh, is it?
Did you turn on purchase protection?
Probably. That's it.
That's fine. That's why I laughed because it was purchase protection. All right.
No.
All right. But yeah, so that's the idea. So I don't know if we have anybody on right now, but for anybody watching after the fact, if you go check our Streamloots out, which I'll post a link in YouTube also now that we have this.
Yeah.
Just throw it as a link in the Twitch page, too.
I will.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, I need to. But it'll post itself every, and it has a thing for that. It'll post itself every. Where is it? No, it's not that. Matrix played this card. Easy encounter. Another one.
Another one.
All right, fine. Do another easy encounter. Let's do a random encounter. Difficulty easy.
Could somebody stack encounters to where we get an easy, a medium, and a hard all in with like a minute?
Yes, they could.
It starts out with a couple of bullywugs, and then next thing you know,
There's a dragon that shows up. Yep. And then a dragon.
The only thing that would really break you guys is if you had easy, medium, hard, and dead. Well, a hard and a deadly together.
Well, and then the thing with the encounters though is they're not necessarily allies.
No,
Like if
they're
a
not.
dragon shows up to a medium encounter, it's gonna blast its fire across to everybody.
True.
So I'm gonna start blast.
Just a blast.
pew pew.
That's so good.
Cast gun.
I cast gun. Pew 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 pew.
That's what I was gonna do.
Anyway, yeah. So that's the idea.
So, what portals do we have access to using the teleportation circle?
Currently,
Is it
you have
this-
to go. You have to go get portals from
Right.
places.
So there's one that we went to already though.
Erebor.
Erebor and you have water.
You've been drawing in your notebook or something.
Yes.
Those are the two that you will know
Well,
for sure.
they're only arrive in major cities that have
Yeah.
some wealth to them. They're not gonna be in small trading towns.
Right. I just was gonna write it down that way. I remember where we can actually travel to.
When I have my word of recall set to Waterdeep as well.
So it does. It'll do a support me on Streamloots link every 30 minutes. So I figure hopefully that's enough to kind of keep people interested.
Okay, what was that, Jonathan?
It'll create that support me on Streamloots link every 30 minutes.
Okay.
So if we're playing for 2 or 3 hours, they'll get it multiple times. So but what I want to do is my collections.
How do you spell Erebor?
IRIABOR.
No, it's outside the map. Yeah.
IRIA.
ABOR.
Okay.
So we are still waiting on Lindor. He is gonna be dead after not much longer.
Mm.
He doesn't exactly have a high constitution.
True. So, but while we're waiting, ideas.
Ideas?
cards.
Oh, cards. I do like the Were Hippo. Random Were
Rolling
Hippo.
at 1, rolling at 20.
Oh, no.
Like
I
instant
got
nat
the
1,
card.
Instant at 20.
That'd be good. And no, it's a
That should be-
50-50 chance for either. You don't get to decide.
DM coin flips for a nat 1. No,
Net.
I don't know. I feel
It's
like
randomized.
It
you
could
don't
be
know
cool,
what's
but
gonna
it
be.
could also be terrible.
Oh, yeah. Well, it could be a Monsters Nat 20. It could be our Nat 20. It could be Monsters Nat 1. It could be our Nat 1. No.
Yeah.
There needs to be a legendary card that can't be bought. It can only be found in a loot box.
Okay.
And it's Quovis shows up and pees on a monster. He just shows up.
I'm just gonna give that card
pees
to
on a
Gavin.
monster. Yes. Gavin has unlimited uses of that card.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. The problem is not a lot of people know Quovis, so it's
No,
like
that's
it wouldn't really.
It
matter
matters to
this-
us, though.
It does,
It
but I
matters
want to
to
like
us.
make them feel like they actually have
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
make the stream feel like they have a say in the campaign too. I don't know. Maybe like a epic or legendary card that's like create your own side quest.
Speaking of which, I want to make a
Oh my
homebrew
gosh.
item. Wanted to have a what is it? Rare item with a Dimension Door spell in it. Holy version. Is that alright with you, Jonathan? The one we talked about before.
We half talked about, and I said I had to think about.
We mentioned something about a side quest, but I just want to throw it out there.
Yeah.
side quest.
Well, some rare items might require
not
side
an
quests to
up
make them.
What?
Why not an up quest or a down quest instead of just a side quest?
Yeah, it's just side.
Because
side,
an up
side
quest
to
is the
side
main
quest.
story.
It's an up, down, left, right. Be a start quest.
That just takes you straight to T-Mat, and the T-Mat has 1 HP.
Good luck. No, it doesn't. I just jumped you to the end game.
No, is it? A side quest is one that just helps with the main story, and up quest is the main storyline, or down quest is going back to a part of the storyline you already did.
Hey,
Like, imagine going back to Green Crest.
can I throw in a
Green
homebrew
Crest
item?
at level
What?
10.
Can we talk about making a homebrew item?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like right now or later?
Yeah, like right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got time.
Fighter plane.
A fighter plane?
Yeah. Fighter jet.
Okay.
Yeah.
it's like, what would its material be? Like, are you summoning a
How are you going to get
angelic
this thing
spirit?
made?
Well, it's just gonna get thrown in from another plane, you know.
Huh?
It'll just get brought
Open
in by
a tear
another,
in
from
space
another
and
plane,
time.
You know, like from this plane or something. It'll just magic into existence.
You're talking... A fighter plane in this era would be like an artifact grade magic item.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty cool, huh?
Oh my gosh, no, that would...
Or it might be a one-time use, like the summon elemental where you crack it and then it summons a plane that lasts.
You're
for
gonna say like the Gundam from Ready Player One.
Well, I was getting there.
Oh.
You're jumping ahead.
Okay.
But yeah, you crack it and it's there for a minute.
I don't need that, by the way.
What?
Hey, there he is.
I know, I figured.
Sorry, guys.
It's all good.
Dang, dude, it's like 40 HP.
Okay, how often am I actually here on time?
Hey, it doesn't matter if you're not on. It doesn't matter if you're on time. It matters when you're not on time.
That's
Or
true.
At least I'm here.
Nobody knows
That's
the
true.
successes. Everybody knows this is.
Anyway,
Sorry, guys.
we'll take a quick minute to reel you in on what we were talking about. So
Homebrew items.
that's two, but I meant the Streamloots
Yeah.
thing. So I have looked into a add-on for Twitch and for the
Okay.
OBS called Streamloots, which is card-based interactions.
Oh boy.
So people that are watching our stream can get I've got coupons right now available, so that whoever comes by first time and posts for the first time is I will give them a free pack of cards, and they can get random cards to try and interact with the stream.
That'll be fun.
It will be.
So what Give me an example of one of these cards. What they
So
do.
like you could have somebody reroll initiative. You can
that's
summon
gonna suck.
a difficult encounter, so easy, medium, hard, or deadly.
Okay.
You can add one or take one away from rolls. +2, +-2, +3, -3, +5, -5.
Okay.
Where's mine? Oh, there it is. My +2. And then you can add D4, D6, D8, or D10 of inspiration to somebody.
And they have to use it within the next 5 minutes.
Yes.
So you have to choose which roll you're going to take a -5 penalty to at some point.
I'm pretty sure they get to pick. Choose a player and an action. That player must subtract 5 from that next action. So the person
That's
playing the
at
card
5
gets to
minutes.
pick.
And it's the next.
The
action
problem,
you
the
said.
problem with
Whatever,
that is
whatever action they choose. So if you're attacking, like the next shot you take, you get a -5.
But the problem with delay is like that they want to play it on this turn, but because of the delay, they actually play it next turn.
Yeah, and that might be part of it. So the actual notification should be fairly quick, but
Yeah.
the text in chat is fairly delayed. So it'll tell you what
Cool.
happened, who played what.
Yeah.
So that's what this Streamloop bot thing is. Huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you want to try it, if you want to go create an account, you don't have to create an account.
Okay.
You have to create an account to use it. If you don't want to try it, you don't have to create an account. But if you want to go create an account, I'll give you a free pack of cards to show it, and we can test it out.
Okay. Cool.
So,
All right.
but otherwise, other than that, we can start now,
Hmm.
and we'll do that at the end.
Yeah. Works for me.
So, okay. So who wants to give us a recap?
Oh, I will. It was basically Nick episode, so.
True.
After leaving Erebor, we set out across the swamp. Well, across the road into the swamp. Could we scroll down there? Yeah, it doesn't matter. But
Forgot my thing disconnected. It always does this.
we follow the road. We go up. We meet the orc encampment. And there's various races hanging out, but it's mostly orcs. We get there. Nick meets Duroc. Has him polish his armor. Doesn't know what for, but they go to the peace talks tomorrow, and it turns out the peace talks is actually a marriage between their two tribes, and political marriage. Nick finds out he's going to get married the next day. Goes on a bender, basically drink half of the ale in the kingdom.
Yes. Played Slap Rat.
Wake up the next day,
Slap Rat.
play slap rat, drink until 4 in the morning.
Had a weird dream.
Except me. I just
Yeah,
went
that
to
happened during the peace talks, but it won real and everybody survived. I mean,
That's true.
nobody died.
Yeah.
Not in real life,
Technically.
anyway.
Yeah, technically. Let me see. After that, got married. Jonathan got annoyed at my +2 to AC.
It's fine for a week.
Well, a week, and if she's within 30 feet, anyway.
And if she's in within,
30 feet,
so okay,
So only if she's in danger does he get his bonus
or only
For
if
the
I'm
next week,
with her.
for the next
Yep.
week.
okay,
And then it goes
but after
away.
that, it's
Yeah.
okay.
Got married. Jaw Pawn summoned spell component ingredients out of nowhere. Teleported us to Waterdeep, where
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
where he actually went and got more actual spell ingredients as opposed to the imaginary ones. But no, we rest, shop, prepare for the next council, which was in a couple days. We sell off our Dragonhold gems and different rare items we have. We buy some miscellaneous supplies and maybe put in some orders for some home brews that we'll talk about maybe off stream or later
Yeah.
on. But then the council happens. We go over our quest about what we did, talked about how we brought this guy back. I mean, he was technically alive. Some people are upset about us having him alive. Some people are happy we brought him back alive. Then bringing back Macath the Crimson. They were happy about that, happy about the research, the Draco Horn.
Devo's happy about it.
Yeah, chasing off the White Death. Devo is definitely, he's got that in the bag, basically. But yeah, after talking about various things, there's the Misty Forest that is suffering from dragon attacks that we need to investigate, and there is a Metallic Dragon Council that we're about to attend.
Yes.
The Metallic Dragon Lady is about to put us on her back, and we're going to fly middle of nowhere and attend this Metallic Dragon Council.
Yep.
That's where we left off. Leave anything out?
Not
I
that
put
remember.
in an order for an ivory statue of myself
Yes.
for 1,500.
For contingency.
Yes,
Great spell.
I know. I was looking at it. I was like, this
How
would
does
be
that
nice.
work?
So it's like I cast a spell, but I kind of hold it until a certain action. And
Until-
it can be
until
later.
any determined point in the future that he so chooses.
Like a programming language, like, hey, if I drop to 0 HP,
Yeah,
guess
yeah.
what? An 8
I'm
comes out
teleported
and
away.
kills me. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
so in the case that like he's about to die, he can just go back to Waterdeep.
Yep.
He's away from the party, maybe, but
Oh,
Did you not
dang.
think of that?
No.
Yeah,
That's an
teleport
option,
works
yeah.
just great for that,
Okay.
and you can eventually upcast contingency to whatever level you want, up to 8. Because you can, I guess 9th actually technically, and then you can cast 8th and below as a contingent.
Yep.
That's what our DM did to us once. He had the bad guy cast contingency at like 9th level, and then use teleport to just like I think it teleports 8th level or 7th level.
Well, and then the
teleports
contingency
away.
spell doesn't get a counter spell because it's auto, right? The magic's already contained within.
I have to go look into the rules on that. I'm not 100% sure. I think probably, but I don't know. But anyway, yeah, he can just store up a special spell for a one-time use, and then whenever such conditions
triggered.
are triggered, then yeah, his spell goes off.
And multiple spells can be done, right? They can multiple spells can be
For
contingent?
contingents?
Yeah.
I have to go look at the rules for contingency. I'm not 100% sure.
I'll
I've never really had the chance to use it because I've never been a wizard.
Well, and the thing was, one thing I talked about Jonathan with is it okay if we look at each other's character sheets? Because the fact of the matter is, we're grouped together, so we talk about each other's strengths and weaknesses, and we know each other's spells. And I figured nobody would have an issue with that, right? As long as we're not reading, like, characters' hidden backstory.
Doesn't bug me.
Drop on, are you okay with it?
Just looking at other people's spell books.
Yeah,
Character
spells and
sheets.
character sheets,
Well, that's fine.
items.
Yeah. I think we're all good friends now.
Yeah, and we have a couple of follower along, Nick's wife and Orc Fat. Orc Fat?
Oink fat.
Oink Fat.
Who's
Like
Oink
that.
Fat?
The
Our
pig,
pig.
the
Our
immortal
indestructible
pig you guys
pig.
got from the
Oh, we
clown
still
thing.
have the pig?
Yes.
I thought that one was Baby Quovis for some reason.
What? No. How
No,
did you-
the hippo
Yeah,
Bubby
we
went with
got-
baby
Bubby, okay.
Quovis.
We got adult Quovis, there was baby Quovis, and Bubba, and they're off in their own little forest.
Correct.
What is it? Oink Fat?
Oink fat.
Oink
He's
fat.
the immortal
Our
pig.
immortal pig.
Remember, because he was sitting in that
Literally
ball of
eating bombs.
exploding bombs,
Yes.
and then you just
I
die,
feel
and
like
then
we've had this discussion a few times before because I feel like every time I bring it up, Chris says, "I thought he was with young Quovis." So the Oink
We-
Fat was
we
a-
have
he's a-
Oink
he's a-
Fat.
This
Oink
is the
Fat.
Oink
first
Fight.
time I've heard of Oink
Every
Fat.
time we go into a fight,
Yeah,
Really?
you've been around
He's
for a
immortal.
while.
oh
no.
my, yeah.
We've definitely talked about it before. You might not have been here.
I've.
But it's like,
This has been the first time. I've
every
heard
time we get hit by a dragon's breath,
What do
Oink
you say
Fat
if you get
dies,
Oink Fat?
and then a minute later he just pops back up.
Just,
He just
how about
keeps
this?
dying
Just
and popping
imagine-
back up.
Imagine he's always with me. He'll
Yeah.
be my little familiar pet. He'll be mine. I'll take care of him.
Yes.
He charges in, does 1 boar damage, and then dies.
And he gets right back up because
Yep.
he can't die.
Can I make him fly around if I put like coins down like on his feet?
Yes,
and,
you
like,
can.
throw
I
him
would
around?
love that.
Okay,
him on the
anyway,
You have to train him
Great.
to balance on the coins though.
Now put
Yeah,
him on
I
the
have to
broom.
train
We'll
him
just
for
tie
sure.
him onto it.
We'll put a little cage on the tail of the broom. No, instead of a
hog
bristle
tie.
brush on the back of the
Hog
broom,
tie.
it's actually just a Oink Fat cage.
The broom.
So
mean.
you can only use one contingency spell at a time.
Yeah.
And it only lasts 10 days.
Really?
Wait,
It has a
what?
Before
duration
recasting,
of 10 days.
So you just have to cast it again after 10
Yeah.
days?
Yeah.
Oh, it does say 10 days, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
So it's still great. Like that's a protection for 10 days that just keeps you safe.
Yeah.
So like if you're out like for a week of travel and you don't know what's gonna happen, you're contingent for 10 days. You're good, right?
Or if you know
That's
you're
it.
about to go into battle and you want to refresh it
Exactly.
the next day, yeah.
But yeah,
The only bad thing is that it can only be a target of me.
it
I
can.
Yeah.
I can't target anybody else.
Correct.
That's no biggie. Like, I got World of Recall, so actually if you teleported away, that'd be fine for us because then that makes us all 6. 'Cause,
Also, I
wait,
realize
wait,
now
wait.
you can't upcast it. It's just 5th level and below.
okay.
Yes. Yes.
Some spells like Glyph of Warding can be upcast. This one
Ye-
cannot.
Oh, this one cannot be upcasted.
I mean, you can cast it at a higher level, but you don't get a bonus out of it. So like if I cast it at 9th level, I can't use an 8th level. It's
I
only
see.
5th level still.
Okay.
Glyph of Warding, on the other hand, can be if you cast it at 9th level, you get 8th level and below spells to use for it.
Wow.
So can be really good.
Jeez. Okay. So what were you saying, Michael, about
Hmm?
your what?
Is your teleport spell a 5th level spell?
Circle of teleportation
Okay,
is
good.
yes.
Yeah, because my Word of Recall, you and up to 5 willing creatures within 5 feet of you instantly teleport to a previous designated sanctuary.
Yes.
So if I'm like, hey, get on me, I'm about to teleport away, that
Oh,
means you
yeah.
have 6 seconds to get within 5 feet of me before I'm gone.
Get on me. Oh yeah.
Yes. Get on top. Dogpile on Nick.
Nick's a bottom, guys.
Definitely not.
So anyway, yeah. So we finished up that side quest, pulled out magical components, and teleported back to Waterdeep. Had a bit of a shopping spree.
Actually got components for the rest of our spells.
Yes. And then
I'm assuming anything just in the regular spell list, just throw it in.
yeah, pretty
I need
much. Aside
some
from
juicing.
things that cost money, I don't care.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, I don't need to, like, ask you to get the, herbs and fat for trucing 25 gold worth.
I mean, maybe just mention
oils.
it. That I don't care about. Just I would like to know that you did that. Is all.
I will tell you, I'm gonna get a single gem encrusted bowl worth at least 1,000 gold for a hero's feast.
Okay, it's not gonna be ready immediately.
Really?
Because everything that I've been doing over like 500 gold takes time to make.
Okay.
So like his thing for 1,500 takes a week. His silencer took a week to make. So it'll take like a week. So it'll be ready by the next time you guys are back to Waterdeep, essentially.
Well, that one I might not have to commission. They might just be a noble who's 1,000 maybe. It is just a gem encrusted bowl. I figured it wouldn't be that uncommon to find.
Yeah,
1,500.
maybe not. I say if you want to go buy it from a noble that doesn't want to get rid of it, it'd be 1,200 to buy.
I'll just commission one for 1,000.
Okay. All right. I need to write that down so I remember.
I'll take a.
I'm gonna get like 150 gold worth of gunpowder and bowls.
Okay.
I'll take a party donation pile for that because that's a party item. If
What is it
everybody
for?
wants to chip in
The bowl for what?
for a hero's feast, let me read it for y'all. So, 6th level spell, hero's feast. You bring forth a great feast, including magnificent food and drink. The feast takes 1 hour to consume and disappears at the end of that time. And the beneficial effects don't set in until this hour is over. Up to 12 creatures can partake of this feast. A creature that partakes of the feast gains several benefits. The creature is cured of all disease and poison, becoming immune to poison and being frightened, and makes all wisdom saving throws with advantage. Its hit point maximum also increases by 2d10, and against the same number of hit points. These benefits last for 24 hours.
Holy cow.
That's a pretty good one.
It can be pretty good.
Yeah. Seems like a good thing for party donations.
So what I will tell you is you use that once and it's gone.
Oh, yeah.
The bowl?
The bolt
Yep.
disappears after this use. It does say it's consumed.
Consumable.
So
But if we're
it's
going to
good
fight a
for
green
like a
dragon,
big fight. It makes sense, right?
especially because we could do it the night before.
Correct.
Right.
Assuming you know about it.
True.
Well,
True.
we usually, so far, we've known about every dragon fight we've encountered.
Not the one in Erebor.
An airboat? Well, yeah, but they were just, weak little dragons.
Except the one that we basically critted.
I still hate you guys for that one. I'm still holding the grudge. So anyway, so yeah, you guys finished up the council.
You almost got to draw a pawn.
Almost.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
almost gotten you guys a couple of times, and no one's ever died.
Okay,
That
to
was
be
the-
fair,
the
if this was legit, just
let it go.
the amount of dragons that we've been around, we should all be dead.
Well,
Really, especially the ice dragon. We should
Both
be dead.
ice dragons.
Yeah.
Both eyes. I mean,
well,
the
draw
truth
pawn
is,
died
both
at that
eyes-
one too.
You did die at that one.
I died twice.
I almost died.
You
I
went
should've
down.
died.
You never died. You actually died. You're the
Yeah.
first character death we've had. And then you got rezzed
Eva
again.
almost died.
Devo almost died, but again didn't die.
Nick
Oh,
should've
Devo died.
during the
I
vampire.
do
You're right.
know
Oh, yeah,
fight.
he
you're
did
right.
die.
He did
We've
die.
had
Included
everybody.
two men.
They've both every.
Aren't
white
you guys
dragon
glad
fight
that
we've
Nick
had,
hasn't
somebody's
died yet?
Yeah,
He
then we're
should've
screwed.
died
I've
in the
about
vampire
died.
fight.
Yeah, but you've never died.
That's
He should've
true.
died in the vampire fight.
Give or take.
Yeah,
Give
that's
or
true.
take, you should have died.
Yeah, he should have died in the vampire fight. I pulled him a punch there. I will tell you that. That was on you, though.
Yeah.
You,
All
see,
right.
you see that now, though. Anyway, all right. So, anyway, you guys finished up the council session back in Waterdeep, and then Elia came up and talked to you after the meeting, and she just essentially broke down that if you guys are free now, she will fly you to the Nether Mountains for the Council of Metallic Dragons. If not, you will have to find your own path.
And we just
That is
decided
up to you.
We'll
jump
ride
on.
with.
We
Yeah,
decided
hop
to ride
on.
third, right?
Yeah, I think you guys did, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm down to ride.
What?
I'm down to ride.
All right.
Ethan, did you want to buy any spell components or any magical items before because you weren't here last week? Ethan, are you there? Can you hear
I
me?
think we lost.
Sorry,
You're
I
good.
keep forgetting that I have a hardware mute on my headphones. I was supposed to do.
Oh yeah.
But I just was saying, I think I would like to, but I guess I didn't really. I probably could ask you, Michael. I didn't remember that we were going to Waterdeep, so I didn't really prepare anything. I know that you and I had talked about when we were playing games the other day, like doing Elven Chain and stuff. I know that's going to be really hard to find. I'm not probably looking to get that right here, right now.
Yeah.
But I'm not really sure what else to get because again, like most of my, I mean, except for magic, just generic spell components. I mean, almost all my stuff, like almost all my hands are full of stuff. I don't really know if I have anything else to really buy except for better armor, maybe.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, between the broom and the obelisk and the Bloodwell vial and my rod of retribution, etc. I think I'm good.
You're definitely full up.
So, Elven Chain gives you an AC of 13 with a +1 because it's magical.
Yeah, plus
So
the
14 plus
dex.
your full dex.
No,
Nice,
plus 2
okay.
decks.
Yeah,
Elven
there's
Chain's
medium. That's right. There's one that
Can
lets
I-
you do full, but I forget what it was.
Can I get that in Waterdeep or can I commission it? Or
You can
whatever?
commission it, yeah.
How much is it?
That's what I was gonna look at real quick. So hang on.
Okay.
So
I have
that's
a
gonna
lot of money,
bump your AC
so.
1, I think, right?
Yes, but give him an extra attunement slot.
Yeah, that's the big thing that's gonna be useful. It's probably gonna cost about 2 Gs.
But if
I
you
can
trade in your
afford it.
bracers of defense for it,
I also could do that, but can I get it to them after, like when it's ready, or would I have to get? it
They want at least half now because they're gonna have to go find an elven blacksmith
true.
to make it.
How much are my bracers worth?
they're rare.
They are rare, but so sold items, since they've already been used a little bit too, aren't going to be worth as much.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to say those are worth $5 to $750.
Okay. I mean, I'd be willing to give him. Because again, I have plenty of money. I'd be willing to give him $1,000 now.
Okay.
1,000 gold or whatever now, and then
Okay.
I'll come back and I'll sell them my bracers when they're done, and then I'll pay the rest.
Okay. So let me just write that down so I remember it.
Sorry, that's why I've been muting so much because I'm blowing my nose like crazy. That's really annoying.
Fair enough. Appreciate it.
All right. So you paying 1,000 in advance, right?
Yep.
All right.
Sounds good to me.
Cool. Yeah, he'll go figure out what he can do. They probably have some available somewhere, but he's got to go find someone that can sell it. So he's going to reach out to his sources to do that. And then get his hands on some. So, yep. Cool. So,
Yeah, thank you.
all right, you guys meet up with Elia, and she tells you that she's ready to leave. I think it was probably about like noon at this point.
Yeah, because the meeting was...
The meeting was in the morning.
Yeah.
It lasted for a couple hours. Fairly straightforward, but you guys got some answers into new quests and where to go next. The council couldn't really decide on who to send to the Metallic Dragons council because they all have kind of different agendas. But they felt that you guys were like the most unbiased in that case, so they asked if you guys would go, and then Elia agreed to fly you out there. So she preps to take you out. She says we probably should walk a short distance out of town so that I don't scare people.
Makes sense.
So let's start walking out. So she takes you probably a good couple miles out of the city just to be safe. So it probably takes you like hour and a half to get far enough out of the city. And then she asks you guys to stand back. And in front of you appears a massive dragon, silver dragon.
Freaking cool.
So she is the biggest dragon that you have seen. I believe her size is what size?
Huge?
Very big.
She's either huge or she's bigger. She's gargantuan,
Jeez.
Oh my.
which is even bigger than huge.
Is that
So
20
she
by
is
20?
what?
Is that 20 by 20?
Yes, it
No,
is
that's-
20 by 20.
yeah.
Wow.
I am glad
So
we're not
these
fighting
are so if you want to ask her about it, she is an ancient dragon. She's been around for more than 500 years.
And all the dragons we fought have been
Wow.
adult or
The
younger.
biggest ones you guys have fought were adult dragons,
Yeah.
which take so the way that, and she can kind of explain some of this on the flight if you ask about it. But so she'll take you guys and take off flying. The dragons increase strength by age. So the longer that they're alive, the stronger they can get.
Makes sense.
So I think she's probably been around for like 800 or 900 years at this point.
Jeez. So she's big.
She's one of the biggest dragons that you'll see. She'll explain the council is made up of 5 of us, 5 metallic dragons, one for each color. and then the different.
She was silver. You said?
She is silver, correct.
So it's.
Hmm?
Yeah.
So the other 5 are going to be gold, brass, bronze, and copper.
Cool.
What's the dragon's name?
Her name?
Her name.
She goes by Elia for humans because it's a lot simpler.
Okay.
In her tongue, it's a lot harder to say. It's Otar Lacarnos.
Elliot
Is her name.
Okay.
It's like a Skyrim's Dragonborn. You don't really understand the dragon. You could speak it if you needed to, but it's harder to say in human terms. So, exactly. So in terms of dragon strength, they start out when they're born as wormlings, which are small dragons, but I guess are medium technically, I think, in size.
Mm-hmm.
Then they go to young dragons, then adult, then ancient. So yeah.
Right on.
Any other questions you guys want to ask while she's flying?
What does all the colors have to do with their particular abilities? Because I don't think we've gotten a full explanation from that technically.
Colors of which type?
So red is fire, green is poison.
Yes.
So like
black
So we're talking about
acid.
the
Also
chromatic.
metallic
Yeah,
blue.
chromatic.
So the chromatics, their colors
Blue
is
lightning.
their type. They've evolved to match. So, like you said, green is poison, black is acid, white is ice, red is fire,
So you're
and
silver.
blue is lightning.
So where are you?
So, I belong to a different type of dragons called metallic dragons, which so in the realm of dragon kind, chromatic dragons are the evil dragons, and
Right.
metallic dragons are the good dragons. We serve different gods. They serve Tiamat, and that's the whole reason we're here, is to prevent her rise. We serve Bahamut, who is the platinum dragon. So the 5 different colors of metallic dragons are, like I said, gold, silver, brass, bronze, and copper. And so we each have our own abilities. So
What kind of abilities do you
Yeah,
have?
that's what.
they're similar, but typically we have the ability to polymorph. One, we can hide amongst humans a lot easier. Chromatic dragons cannot do that. I pull up their character sheets so I can explain a little bit more. We typically, and she trusts you guys for the most part.
That's surprising.
Some of us have multiple breath weapons, different types. Typically, we'll have one that goes along with a. It just depends. So Protanther, our leader, is a gold dragon. He has a fire breath, just like a red dragon would. Our bronze dragon is lightning. The brass dragon has 2, fire breath and a sleep breath.
Sleep breath.
Yeah, they can put you to sleep. I think all of them have doubles. The bronze dragon has lightning breath and repulsion breath, which is just pushing you away.
Cool.
Gold dragon has fire breath and weakening breath, which
What does that do?
saps your strength. Copper has acid, I believe. Acid, and then slowing breath.
Cool.
So it slows your ability to attack. And then me, silver, I have cold breath, obviously the other type, and then a paralyzing breath. So keep an eye on. Don't get on my bad side, please.
Wasn't planning on
You'll be
it.
running and then you'll be a floppy fish where you can't move anymore.
Yes. Yeah. So yep.
Keep it dead.
I've seen videos of people tase doing that. Just imagine that.
So that's
Yeah.
about it. Typically, the metallic dragons are more powerful because they have multiple extra abilities. Specifically, the polymorph, which they can hide in plain sight,
That's pretty cool.
and they have a secondary breath attack, which can be useful.
So how does that typically work? Does that mean they polymorph into the same person, or can they change their?
They can change their appearance to whatever they want, but typically they have one humanoid form that people know them by. So she stays near the council because they know of her as Elia.
Gotcha.
So that is her typical form.
So is Waterdeep kind of your home, your lair type of thing?
No, I just am in Waterdeep for the councils. Personally, I believe that the dragons and the humans should work together to fight Tiamat, and that's what this council is for.
That's why you're even here right now.
Correct. our leader Protanther doesn't believe this. He believes that we should take
So
Dragonkind right now and go fight, and that we don't need you guys.
So is our job to convince him? Is that why you're bringing us here?
That is the point, yeah.
Okay.
To try and convince all of us,
Okay.
because some are gonna like you, some may not like you at all, and your goal is to try and get everybody on your side.
How do you stand with all this?
Fairly neutral. I both see and don't see the reasons for both. I believe that and she has rules here. Let me read these. I see to Protanther's point that we should strike now before they finish and get too far along in their plans.
So soon.
Soon, but I also see that if we rush too fast, that we may not succeed. So an alliance would definitely reduce casualties for all parties involved.
And allow you to attack sooner.
Correct. So
Eliminate the threat.
the only problem is that certain factions among humankind are not always the most trustworthy.
What? I
So-
would have never thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is part of what your goal is to convince the dragons that everyone is on their side, and to help show that as well. So
Who in our party is human?
no one is human.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Humanoid just means human type races.
You're half.
So
human.
every bipedal is pretty much called humanoid.
Okay, so I was thinking commoner rather than human, but
Yeah, commoner would be another word for it, but they call it, so like in bestial types, humanoid is the type. So
Got
all
it.
of you are humanoid.
got it.
They are dragon.
I see now.
So that's the idea. Because like all of you like evolve from like a specific gene, I would
Yeah.
guess. So elves and humans, while not the same, are similar enough.
Right.
They share enough traits that they can call you human, and everyone
And you can breed
understands that.
together,
Understood.
but like each race has essentially been touched by like a different god at one point, and that's why they've changed.
That makes sense.
So
I guess I'd never really clarified that before.
So there you go. If the spell says humanoid, anything that's like you works.
Cool.
Pretty much. So, any other questions for her before we land at the location?
Devo's gonna be like, so what can you do in that human form?
You said you got the tieflings going after. I thought.
He's going after all of them. That's
Tieflings are
Devo.
with them
More
right
than
now,
you
so-
can handle, my friend.
What would Devo do?
I was gonna say it's sucky that Cody missed tonight, because like this would be the one session
Yes,
that he
the
would
one
flirt
session he
everybody
really
up.
wants to get with the dragon.
Yeah. So anyway, nothing else. So after it does take quite a while. It's probably like a 2-day travel, even flying. But as you guys fly, she takes you over, just almost like wrecks of villages and towns. Smoke laying off in the distance.
From the cult?
From the cult, yeah. So, and she'll kind of explain this is why we need to work together. The cult is decimating Faerun, and we need to stop it. So,
Is Faerun the
the
area?
overarching area, the
Okay.
Sword Coast specifically.
The what?
The Sword Coast specifically. This map here is the Sword Coast.
Okay.
So where are we headed down? Are we headed south? Are we headed
We're headed east.
east?
So you guys are here. Oh, come on, pencil.
So going over that big
My
forest
pencil's
probably.
disconnect.
No, high forest.
Hang on, sorry, my pencil stopped working on me.
Here you
What are those trees with DMT in them called? You know what I'm talking about?
What?
DM trees.
Yeah, that's what I talked about.
So you guys are heading
Oscar.
here.
Akasha
right through
trees?
the high
To
forest.
the Nether Mountains.
Yeah, those are all Akasha trees, high in DMT. That's it. That's why it's called the high forest.
Cool.
Anyway.
Okay.
So, but the journey takes a while. She flies you over many settlements. You see.
Does there seem to be like a specific path? Like, are they going in a certain direction?
No, it's just everywhere. I mean, from what she's told you and from what you guys have kind of gathered, it's just they hit everything worth of value. They're just trying to gather a horde worthy of the Dragon Queen.
Got it.
Yeah, the only things that aren't hit are the places too well defended and the places not worth anything, little hamlets.
Correct.
Yeah.
So they're taking this.
And even the places that are too well defended aren't that well defended against dragons.
So
And that's the point. That's why they got the chromatic dragons on their side. So, yeah. Anyway, after about probably 2.5 days of flight, settling down in the nights to rest, you guys make it to the Nether Mountains. Off in the distance is a handful of, actually probably quite a few handfuls of snow-capped mountains. Rivers running down them to the middle, and then specifically one that has a large cave entrance at one of the most northern peaks. Oh, I just threw my pen. Drop my lid. Where's my cap? Where's my cap? Come on. Thanks. So anyway, she lands at a little outcrop on this mountain. It has an entrance to it, and she leads you guys inside. Let me drop you guys in real quick. Party, and then we don't have Devo here.
He's here in spirit.
Yeah, he's here.
He stayed with the tiefling.
And then I
No,
forgot
he flew
that Wayland is also here because he wasn't here last time.
I was here
Is
last
your wife
time.
here?
Oh, we didn't have any combat last time. That's why.
Nick,
That's probably
You mean
true.
Keelan?
Nick, is your wife here?
Yes.
Cool. She'll be traveling with us.
Nick, what's your wife's name?
It is
I hope you wrote this down.
Ziktala.
Zikla.
Zikla. The accents don't really do so much. Oh yeah, and we gave her the boomstick, guys.
We did.
She has a boomstick.
She's got the boomstick.
Oh yeah, okay.
Is that
With
okay with you?
special ammo.
Okay, I haven't used it.
I know. That's kind of why I figured giving it to somebody that might use it
Yeah.
That's cool.
as
I'll
defense.
teach her how to use it, I guess.
Okay.
Make special ammo for it too, using her poison spray.
So you guys walk into this massive cave, and
Oh, those got some big boy dragons in it.
you see her walk over and plop down here, and then you
The leader's in the middle. I take it.
the gold dragon.
Roll initiative.
I'm guessing.
One for each of you.
I'm pretty sure that's just instant defeat.
I know.
One, yeah. So just out of curiosity for fun, because I like seeing this.
I'm gonna roll initiative.
Oh my gosh, yeah, his breath weapon is incredibly high.
Kill us with one breath.
Probably. Roll dex save to see if you succeed.
All of
I'm
us.
curious.
Just for kicks and grins while we're here.
18.
You fail.
And I mean, I still take half.
14.
I'm probably the only one that might survive one, maybe.
That was actually pretty low. I'm gonna roll it again to see if it gets any better. 75 damage.
So I take half.
not
Holy
too
So
bad.
I'm not dead,
I'm not
Nope.
dead, but
but I would be dead pretty quick.
they've
Yeah.
got 5 of those.
Yeah.
I have 4 HP.
Yeah, I'm at.
Yeah.
I have 27. I'm good.
I'm at what? You said 75.
After one attack.
I'm at 14. Yeah.
Well, then you guys are all paralyzed. Well, then the silver dragon's gonna breathe and you're all paralyzed for a minute.
And then I could
That's
just
the
eat you.
con one. We might shove that one off.
Yeah.
Okay, roll me a con save, Michael.
Nat one.
16.
No.
Nat 1.
24.
18.
You
Pretty low for
barely pass.
Hey.
Let's go.
19.
Okay.
But you're all
By
paralyzed.
the
Aside
time we're
from-
done with this campaign, you're gonna just hate any dragon because they always seem to just roast you.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, that
Oh,
was
yeah,
the funny
yeah.
thing about the bar fight was he was standing in the exact middle of the bar. Had he gone to one side or the other,
You wouldn't have been
out
hit
of
by
range
both
of
of
the
them.
other
You kept
breath.
getting hit by both. Exactly.
Every time it came up, you got hit by it.
Yes.
Because I moved to get out of the straight line, and then somebody made a
Your contingency
three-way.
is gonna be if I see a dragon, I disappear. I just.
Yep, pretty much.
So I was thinking about this too. If I ever get knocked unconscious,
Yes.
the contingency would still work, correct?
I believe
Yeah.
so.
Okay, so
Yeah.
if I get knocked unconscious, I can teleport away.
Who else? People?
And
But
leave the
then
rest of
you'll-
your friends alone.
Just be like, hey, by the
Leave
way,
rest
I've
of your
got this
friends
one.
alone and end up
Just
in a
let
dark
us know
room.
when you've got
Like
this.
you don't know if you're going to be stabilized.
Yeah. Well,
Like
just
you
let
could
us know
just
where
die
you're going.
in the teleportation.
Like,
circle.
hey, I got this contingency spell. I'm gonna be in Waterdeep if this happens. So that
I'll
just
see you guys
poop.
later.
Just all of a sudden you just poop and you're like, where the heck did he go?
Guys, they killed him. He's gone.
They sent
Anyway.
him to another dimension.
So yeah, you guys walk in to a. I figured out this feature where this exists too. We can do
Oh, that's cool.
train.
Nice.
I like trains.
That's cool.
You guys walk into this council room, which just is a giant dragon.
Do
Train.
the Twitch.
Oh yes, the map is yes.
Yes, the map's important.
Map's kind of being weird. It's not like filling the screen.
That's because I zoomed out.
Oh.
Because the Twitch chat kind of blocks it.
Gotcha.
Um,
Oh, I don't need to see that.
but there is 5
Silver
ancient dragons in front of you. These are the biggest, most fearsome things you guys have ever seen.
Wow. Y'all are.
I don't know. I still don't like guard drakes very much.
I don't think there were any of those pets here.
I would like. Nah, I don't need you guys to roll because you guys are pretty terrified of these things.
Oh yeah.
Not really by choice, but some of them you can almost see just a little bit of just annoyance in some of their faces. Some of them just don't like you guys.
That makes sense.
After first sight.
Yes.
Okay.
So you will see your friend Elia bring the council into session. She'll say, "I would like to introduce you to the 5 ancient dragons." She'll note to the leader, Protanther. He is a gold dragon. We have. Let me lock this so I can move it around and look at it. We have. She'll point to the far left one, Eleuthera. And in front of you, you see a male brass dragon.
What was that name?
Which one?
The
Brass.
Eleuthera. Iluthra.
I-L.
Euthra.
Luthra.
I feel like this is the spelling bee.
Yeah.
Eleuthera. Ileuthra. Eleuthera.
That's like, and if
That
you
is
fail,
correct.
you get hit by a dragon's
What's
breath.
the origin of the word?
Draconic.
Use it in a sentence.
Eleuthera just killed you with her breath weapon. Him with his breath weapon. Next, you have the bronze dragon, Nimur.
Wait, which one was that? Brass?
Bronze.
So the left one is Eleuthera, then Nimur.
I know, but copper or what was it?
This was brass.
Brass.
Right.
Brass, then bronze, then gold, then copper, then silver.
Okay.
According
Wait,
to that way.
Nemor's bronze?
Nimur is bronze.
Okay.
Nemor.
Then you have Protanther, gold.
Already got that one.
Tasmakella, copper. And I am Otarlikarnos, the silver dragon. And you are.
Hello. I'm Jawpon. I'm kind of like quaking.
Hi, I'm
It is like,
Guys,
hello.
Thanks for not killing us.
Well, because the fear, we would have gotten used to over the day, and it can only affect you once a day, right?
If
And
they
it's saving time after time.
if they choose to use their frightful
Frightful
presence.
Gotcha.
They haven't chosen to yet.
One or two of them might have actually chosen to use it. So you guys are probably pretty terrified.
Was it a con save?
It is a wisdom save.
No, I'm good at those.
Not this good.
I don't think I can. It's a
Alright, I got a
20.
+9 to it.
Yeah, I don't think there was any way
25?
that I could have made that.
You do make it. Wow.
I guess you're talking then.
Well, and he'll, when he first sees you and doesn't like you, he'll flaunt his
Flare.
strength. He'll flare and you guys will most of you will freak out. Nick will stand his ground for the most part. But over
It's
a
like
couple
everybody
of
stops,
minutes,
starts huddling, and I
it
just
kind
bump
of
in the back
dies
of the
down.
train.
You kind of let it go, but just you do see that there's kind of the almost hate in his presence. You can feel
Like
just
annoyed that you're here.
Yes,
And that was the brass dragon?
that was the gold dragon.
Gold dragon.
Protanther.
Angry boy.
So Protanther is the leader of the Gold Dragons. And this is Elia talking. She's announcing and just saying he's the leader of the council, a former king of justice. So, yes. So, please introduce yourselves.
So I'm Jawpon. This is Nick, Wayland, Lindor, and Keelan.
And this is wife. And this is our pig, Oink Fat.
Yes.
There's Deep over there. I think he's
Skulking.
brooding.
Brooding's a good word.
Void.
Like,
Void
yeah.
brooding.
Do we want to roll to see if it's void or diva? I don't think it really is going to matter that much, but
What is the
he's rolling for it.
5, so Devo.
He's Devo.
He's Devo. This is Devo. He's
Flirty.
yeah. Sorry for that.
I'm sorry in advance for him.
You guys have
Yeah.
lived a long
He's
time,
going
so
to
you've
offend
probably
you.
seen
Please don't eat him.
Many people like him, but
It'll give you
He's special.
indigestion.
So yeah, so you'll see Protanther to stand up and just announce, let the the Metallic Dragons conference begin. And they'll kind of just talk for a little bit about allegiances, what's going on, and then they're gonna reach out to you guys and be like, so the main reason we're here is to decide whether or not that the Metallic Dragon should aid you in your quest for Tiamat.
So
Why should we?
thank you for letting us be here and talk to
And
you
not
guys.
killing us yet.
Yeah, appreciate you guys letting us be here. The cult and Tiamat and all the chromatic dragons are just wreaking havoc all over the place, and we would just like your aid in defeating them before they get too strong.
And we understand that you guys are very strong and that you probably could destroy 90% of all of the evil that is upon us, but wouldn't you rather have 150% of what you need rather than 90? So we're just asking for your aid to help us kind of finish them fully.
So he's gonna turn to you, be like, that's funny coming from an elf.
Well, I know, I get that, but we fought this and seen a lot of what they can do, and they're getting stronger every day.
And I actually died. Luckily, Nick.
I died.
Luckily, Nick resurrected me.
Diva's gonna pick up. I also died but came back.
Competition.
I haven't died yet.
Probably
I like how you put in yet, like you're planning to. It's got it scheduled in.
And then we can also mention is like we're
gathering allies
of us humans out there, humanoids out there that are fighting. So just think about the other people around us that are just getting fried.
So
It's
you
better
said you're
to-
the strongest, and yet you have died before?
I haven't
That
died.
too of us.
I
That
haven't
just-
died yet.
That just shows you how strong they are.
Only a third of us.
And what did you fight?
I haven't died.
Those are two ice dragons
Okay.
at the same time.
No, we didn't.
Huh?
Different times.
No, with the two dragons that were
Those were
attacking.
blue dragons.
Yeah.
Those are blue. Okay, yeah. Blue
And
dragons.
And those were young dragons.
how these were? Did you say that?
No. I'm
How
young dragons.
how big were these dragons?
Big enough.
Big.
They tried to flee from us though, and we killed them.
Killed one,
That
didn't we?
doesn't sound like them.
Well,
Inside check
one
me.
had his tail tucked and was flying away, and I launched an arrow at him. and
Chromatic dragons are cowards. They only
We,
fight in the
we can agree on
terrible
that.
worst way.
On our flight over
But we have
Flying
already
over here.
gathered stone giants in an ice castle. We
A
have
flying ice
gotten
castle.
thought
You have
cloud
convinced
giants.
all of the stone giants to join you.
no, of course not. Races are rarely united like that.
Nah,
But we have
cloud
gotten
giants.
councils in Waterdeep, different various factions
yes, we know
to
of the
assist
factions.
us in Waterdeep.
That's why you're here. We know of the factions already.
And it's better to have a united front against a common enemy than to bicker and argue and wait for it to regain strength before attacking.
On our flight over here, everything was devastated.
Yes.
Fires going. We don't want that to come to our home, and I'm sure you don't want that to come to your home.
We won't let it come to our home.
So,
The question is whether humanoids deserve a chance or not. Most of us don't believe they do.
A chance to live
why not?
or a chance to fight, or both.
Well, I believe that we don't need humanoids to fight the cult. I believe we could do it ourselves.
When
We
like to
certainly don't
minimize-
need us.
Yeah, that's right,
Then
but
why
wouldn't
are
you
we
want to
doing it?
minimize casualties? How many if you lost even one? Would
It
you
would
rather
be a
lose
loss. I would rather lose none, yes, but I don't think that's reasonable.
None? Why not?
because
Isn't it
it's
better
not
1,000
war.
humans die than one ancient dragon?
Oh, I don't imagine the ancient dragons will die. I imagine the
I'm surely they think
youngs
the
and
same.
the adults, our children, will die, and that's what I would like to avoid.
And we can help you with that
How?
by fighting with you. I mean, obviously, we don't want casualties either, but the more numbers that you have, the less likely you're gonna lose one of your own.
Okay.
Even a horde of rats is dangerous for a single human.
Show me your
A horde of humans is dangerous to a single
Ask Nick
dragon.
that.
Show us your strength.
Show me your strength, and you'll see Protanther step down and meet you at eye level. Not at eye level, but like he will walk down and be
He
like
will,
on
like,
the same
look-
plane of
Be
existence.
like, can I
as
borrow
you."
someone's broom, please?
and he will ask each of you to show him your strength.
Okay, and you can just use whatever you're best at.
I'll go last.
The best way that you can to impress me, whether that be with your firepower or your pure strength.
I'll go last.
Okay.
What I want to do. Someone can go. Looking in this cave.
Where's the thing? I'll take out a grenade,
Okay.
and I'll take out. I don't know how this is gonna work, but what I wanna do is I wanna toss the grenade behind me, and then with the cataclysm,
Shoot it.
shoot it.
Okay, so
Make
like
it
a
explode in the air.
performance check.
Okay.
Okay, let me think about this. Because you're not trying to hurt him, you're just trying to
No.
show off.
Yes.
Throw it in the other direction,
Yeah,
not at him.
That's what he means.
Yeah.
I was throwing it behind me.
Yeah.
and
Well, he's looking at him, so you throw it behind
like
him.
a clay pigeon.
Yeah,
like,
and then the problem is that I don't want to do this.
That's
You
what
could
I'm
ask.
I like
trying to
the
figure out.
idea.
You could ask request like me to put it on an arrow or something. And shoot
No,
it.
no, I meant in roll form.
Oh,
how am
yeah.
I going to have him roll for this? Because
And
I
I'll-
like the idea.
And I'll throw in one of those +3 ammos to help out with this. Actually, no, wait, never mind.
What +3 ammos?
The ones we got from the ice dragon.
How I would know this?
Oh, right, I forgot you got those.
I would know this. How difficult is it to sneak up on a dragon? Basically impossible.
I mean, he's just saying, show me.
I know,
So,
but like if he's doing something and I'm sneaking at the same time.
you would have to beat the dragon's perception.
Okay, and they're
So-
pretty perceptive. aren't they?
You
Yeah.
also have disadvantage when he's already
And I'll have
looking
it.
at you.
And I'll have it be a thunder.
But I have advantage, so it'd just be a straight
What?
roll.
And I'll,
No,
Well,
he'd have
I'll switch
advantage
the-
on his perception.
And I'll switch.
You have advantage on your stealth.
And I'll switch
okay.
the lever on it to thunder.
Okay.
I thought you said I would have disadvantage.
So, and also I believe you just have the boots,
Maybe.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Those are advantage for sound-based
Yeah.
checks, not for
Got it.
sight-based checks.
That's Cloak of Elvenkind.
Kind of. That would more be like a cloak of invisibility to get out of sight without them seeing you. Cloak of Elvenkind just masks your overall
Camouflage.
person. Yeah, it's kind of like camouflage.
Sometimes
So
they
I'm
can be
guessing
more
this is
useful
gonna
than
need to be-
invisibility.
A dex check, and then
So what I'll do is I'll do. You're good at acrobatics, right?
yes. Am I still?
Decent.
+3, decent.
How do I want to do this? So I'll do a. Are you better? What's your performance?
Performance. That is
Not very good or good?
+2, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll give you performance with advantage.
Okay. That's
Ouch.
a nat 1.
Ooh.
That's it. With advantage though.
With oh, that's a nat 20.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
heck
Yay.
Annihilates
22.
it.
So he flips this grenade behind him and he swings this lever around. I almost imagine like the military that spins rifles.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
honor guard.
Honor guard. He spins it around his arm and then points it back and just bang, and you just see an explosion of smoke behind him. This will impress him some. That was good.
It's like that was a nice trick you had there.
Okay. So while he's doing this, if you want to try and roll to get out of his sight and hide, you can.
I'm trying to decide what I want to show off because I'm really good at sleight of hand and stealth, and then like almost like disappear. But let me think a little bit more.
Okay.
I have an idea.
Could he get away in the smoke or something?
That's why I'm asking. If
And
he
the
wants to-
commotion.
Like, now's the distraction.
Yeah,
It'd be the
I'll go
time to
ahead
do
and
it.
roll. I'll go ahead and just try to go hide like behind one of the boulders, the
Okay.
nearest boulder or something.
So while his gaze is turned towards this explosion, I'll give you. You can use your sound advantage, I guess.
Okay, so right now it's 23, and then I'll try it one more time. Yeah, so 26. Didn't beat it, did I?
No, he's a
Okay.
plus 17.
So I'll start, but I'm perceptive at the same
He,
time. So
he
I
does
start
like
moving.
he does notice you, but he won't say anything to start.
Okay, but do I notice that he noticed? Like, would I have stopped?
Kind
Kind of like took a step
That would
and he
be
kind of
insight
twitched.
check.
I'd probably like an insight check
Okay,
on
let me
him.
look. Because if I'll try again later. Basically, if
Try again later.
17, what would I notice?
Well, actually, does he
It's
have,
deception.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have like pure deception on here, but it's gonna be pretty
Probably
high.
be charisma roll then.
Yeah, he beat you.
Okay, so I don't
You
notice.
don't notice, huh?
Okay, so
You
I'm
gotta
still
You don't
hide.
know that he
Go ahead.
knows. You think you're hiding.
Yeah, I'm just like,
He does. I will say
he's probably still
high level.
impressed.
He is still impressed that you were able to hide pretty well. Like
He's still-
obviously,
he's a
his
old.
his lesser kind would not have seen you probably.
Okay.
He can adequately assess people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do while you're trying to hide?
For now, I'm just
Gonna shoot him in the face.
no, I'm just basically gone.
Shoot me in the
Okay.
face.
There's still commotion.
Can I turn
Yep.
into a
I don't have to go next, probably.
Do you want to wait and kind of just
Yeah.
let it sit?
I'll
Okay.
just let it sit for a second.
What were you saying?
You've already gone.
Okay.
So it's either going to be you or Keelan.
Or Keelan.
So I was thinking disintegrate, maybe like a giant wall, or just like smash down a giant fireball and just make sure nobody gets hurt.
Your call.
I've never used disintegrate before,
Okay.
so it might not be my
Never
best.
used it.
I
You're
want to
like-
let you know the name is accurate.
It is accurate.
Yes.
Okay.
It is an awesome spell.
Yes.
Okay.
Just don't hit anything foundational to the cave being a cave.
Disintegrate the
Don't
room
make
I'm hiding
this-
behind.
Yeah. Don't
like,
make
oh.
this into, a cave-in.
Right. Okay. So I'm gonna stick with fireball for now. 'Cause that's what I've been most famous for.
Okay.
That
And
is
most
true.
powerful. But I will upcast it to a 6th level
Okay.
Whoa.
to be pretty powerful.
He'll say, "Shoot that at me."
You're gonna go.
He's gonna see you building this massive fireball. He'll say, "Hit me with it."
Just eats it.
Hit me
Is this
with
a
your
trick
best
question?
shot.
No.
Okay.
I mean, even with your full strength, you're not gonna kill him. I don't think, right?
Like you might probably.
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
You won't even dent him.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So 6th level fireball.
Max damage.
No, we don't do that anymore.
Okay.
44.
Okay.
Not
It's
bad.
kind of
So
mash.
you see an explosion occur right at his chest, and it envelops some of him, actually probably most of him, and then go away, and you see no effect.
He sees fire, right?
That's why. He wanted to see how much fire.
Okay.
Lots of fire.
So
Cool.
I mean, he's a gold dragon. I'm gonna fire.
not the worst fireball I've ever seen.
It could have been better.
It could have been better.
Yeah.
With the fireball occurring,
Okay.
I want to. I don't really know. I've never done something like this, so I don't know
Okay.
if it's strength or what. Just in the loudness, I want to take a gold coin, and I want to throw it as far as I can. Like I want to try to get to the other side of the cave.
Okay.
That's a strength.
So can I? Another thought is I don't have like a slingshot, but could I use my bow and put it on the string and like
No,
it across.
that's not how
Not
bows works.
really.
That's really
You know,
not how bows
Well,
work.
just
I
trying
know
to
what
get
you
it-
mean.
yeah.
But the problem is when you pull back on a bow, if you don't have it aligned to the right or the left of the bow, it's just gonna hit the
Right,
arm.
but I'm proficient in archery.
Yeah,
I
that's
could
not
I could do
terrible.
something though. I know, but you can do stuff like that. That's not
I don't
far.
understand what you're
That's
trying-
not far
mean,
fetched.
What are we trying to do?
Yeah,
Basically, I'm
it's
trying
a
to
little
get-
paper wad. It's not a gold flat coin.
Okay. What? So what are you trying to do with this?
Basically, I'm trying to get a tiny target, like way far away, and I'm just gonna launch an arrow at it for my turn. Just
I
like
can
come
toss
out
up
of
a
cover.
coin if I knew what he was doing.
But I didn't say anything. to
True.
I
anyone.
didn't say anything.
You could.
Or is there? I mean, it's
I-
dragons, so is there
I don't
gold
mean to,
around? Like I know they're
it
not
doesn't
the
look like
same.
this is a
No,
gold.
it's
Like there's any gold here? No.
Yeah, gold.
Or like I see there's.
I'd like
bones
to
in
make a
this one.
suggestion for you.
What?
What you can do is you can throw a gold coin up where you are, messy step 30 feet away, and then shoot it.
Yeah,
All in the same like second.
but that's only like 30 feet.
No, you can throw it behind you, messy step, and boom.
How far can I throw a coin?
Not far.
I mean, it's tiny, so it's
yeah,
not like
it's not heavy. That's the problem.
How far can you throw a dice?
I
There,
mean-
there should be something in the strength.
It's
for
not
that.
gonna be. I mean, again,
No.
you're not a strong character, and even throwing a tiny object is hard anyway. Like if you tried to throw a coin in real life, you're not even probably gonna get it 30 feet,
Yeah.
right? That's the problem.
Coins are hard to throw.
They
Mhm.
are.
I mean, you could do strength check for number of yards, number of feet,
It's not gonna be good. I think I have a -1.
modifier. Yeah.
So I'll tell you this. I don't think throwing it's gonna be your strength. You got to find something to. You should shoot at something or shoot by something, something like that.
Okay.
Find a target and shoot it.
So.
Is there a rat in the cave?
Okay. I'll think on it. There's still
Okay.
more people to go. So
Keelan, are you there?
Yes,
Have you thought about what you want to do?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. I'm thinking about a lot of things, and I feel like a lot of them could go wrong pretty easily.
Okay.
Well, that's how it goes.
So I think maybe my thought was, yeah, I just don't really know, because I mean, I'm sorry, I'm really been thinking about it. I could do a lot of things.
Okay.
Should I? Okay, I guess this is my other question. I maybe I can ask the table. Should I do my dumb thing? Or my dumb thing? That
Dumb thing.
Might
Dumb
be
thing.
more
Dumb thing.
fun?
Dumb thing.
Yes,
Dumb thing.
absolutely dumb thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I want to look at him and I want to say. So first off, I haven't said this yet. I'm not saying this to him yet. I'm just telling you all. I haven't said anything, but don't forget, I do have really high charisma and stuff. My persuasion and all that stuff is really high. So first, when he comes to me, I want to look at him and just say,
Voucher.
Dumb thing.
basically, like, obviously we all dislike the chromatic dragons, and you're gonna get rid of them anyway, and we're here offering our help to you. So I don't really see why not to help. And yeah, again, let's just see how powerful we are. So I want to hop my broom.
Okay.
I want to
Brooms
fly
and
to the
dragons.
top of the cave. What?
Oh no! Just the last time you were on a broom with the dragon, it didn't go so well.
That's true. I want to fly to the top of the cave, and I just want to. I'll stand up. Can I stand up on top of my broom? Will you let me do that? We'll have to make a.
You have to make an
check.
acrobatics check for that. Yeah.
I'll do that.
I believe in you.
Where is it? Okay. This is a skill check, right?
Yes. Uh huh.
Alright, I'm +3. Don't fail me now. No! I gotta die. What happened?
Do you want to roll an inspiration?
Do it.
Can I add my
Sure.
1d4 card to that roll?
This is why I told you this is the stupid one, but I thought it'd be more fun. So I guess. So are we using inspiration?
Yeah,
or
re-roll it.
Do it.
Don't throw that.
Am I doing it?
Okay. Yeah, you are. Re-roll it.
Okay, please let this go well. This would be so much fun.
Well, you have your own spell thing to give yourself advantage, don't you?
Oh, I actually kind of like
No.
Sorcerer
I don't
punch for
think so.
advantage.
That's cool.
That's kind of cool.
Let me see. I don't think that's.
I know. I was just thinking that. You want to hand me those? I'm actually gonna do that.
Now my app's busted out. 1 second.
No, I'm putting him over here.
Oh, that's nifty.
Oh, okay. My app crashed. 1 second.
I feel like this is kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, works.
Make sure it balances okay still, though. So you've used one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I've got an idea.
Okay. Now we. So sorry, app crashed.
I'd like
You're
to
fine.
point out that Devo's just going to run up and punch the dragon. That is what Devo would do.
Or he'd seduce the dragon.
This is a male dragon, though,
This
so
isn't
he'd definitely
donkey.
go and
I
punch
feel
you.
like Devo would go up and try to kiss the dragon.
If it's a female dragon,
I feel
he'd try and
like
seduce it.
he
If
would
it's a male
probably use
dragon,
his
he'd
bracers
punch
in
it.
some way to try and wrap it up and climb it.
And stand.
Mount it. He's going to mount the dragon.
Yes.
He's probably gonna be like,
Okay.
He's going
This
to
is
mount.
I'm riding you.
All right, what are you doing?
So Michael, I was gonna say, Michael, I don't think I have any way to give myself advantage. I can only negate or I can only like affect other people's advantage or disadvantage. Is that correct? I don't think I.
I
have
believe so. Yeah.
Okay, then what did I get? My app crash. What did I get on the second roll?
I didn't see one.
I mean,
Yeah, just roll it again.
Roll it again. Oh, you got a 16.
16? Okay,
That's good enough.
How's that? Okay, so then as I'm standing on my room, I'll look at them and say, "Watch this," and then I will
Watch this.
Watch
bend down, grab the broom, and fly straight towards the ground. And then right as I get 30 feet from the ground, can I face step away from my broom? But then my thought was then to produce silent image right at the place where I was about to hit the ground. That makes it look like I died. So flying straight down, going splat, and then from around the side, I'll walk back out and be like,
ta-da!
All right. Yes.
So yeah, so basically, I'll do it in real time. I fly from my broom, I stand up, I look at them all and say, "Watch this," and then I fly straight down towards the ground. And right as I'm about to hit the ground, 30 feet from the ground, I phase step away, but use silent image, to make it look like I fell. And then I'll walk right out and say, "Ta-da!" and then make my illusion disappear.
All right. Roll me performance with advantage on that.
Got it. That's what my charisma's for, baby.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm trying to get to my. There we go.
That's
So you said
hilarious.
Yeah.
Performance with advantage.
Yes, absolutely for
All
that.
right, first one.
Ta-da!
7. That was really bad.
Ooh,
So I'm glad I have
yeah.
advantage.
We're getting another nat 20 here.
There we go. 20.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'd love
Not
to see it.
natural.
You will see one of the dragons is like, oh, how did he do that? Not really. I mean, I saw the whole thing because we all have true sight, but still,
Yeah.
it was
I knew where it
impressive.
was the whole time. But it was fun.
Ta-da. The ta-da really sold it there.
I know.
Okay.
All right.
There you
I
go.
think I'm ready to do something.
Okay.
So I'm assuming I'm like behind this big boulder
Yes.
outcrop. Just
Yep.
say that. My question is, with my abilities like steady aim and stuff, on a longbow, the normal distance is 100, a range is 150, but it goes out to 600. So my idea here is, I'm gonna just launch from my hiding spot, lob an arrow because I see that skull way over there, and I don't really know how far it is.
Which one?
The big one.
Behind the green dragon here, or whatever color this dragon is. That's right.
Oh, okay. I see it now.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do a lob arrow, like way up in the arrow,
And
like
get
in
it
the
right
cavern,
between the eyes.
right
It's
through the eyes.
It's 100 feet right there.
Oh, that's
Oh, yeah.
easy.
Easy shot.
So I'm gonna basically just have a lob arrow, and then I'm gonna face step to 130 feet basically, and do like a beam arrow, and I want to Robin Hood it. So the
Okay.
one's gonna come in, and then I'm gonna shoot an arrow straight into the other arrow.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does. So roll me your first shot.
Okay. So to hit, is that what I'm doing?
Your first shot is just going to be the better it is, the more on target it is.
Okay.
So this one's not an advantage because you're not steady aiming this one.
So 22.
Okay, great. It's perfect on target, and then
Okay.
you face step away.
Yep.
And then shoot again.
And then I'll get advantage on this one.
Yes.
Good thing I got it.
How do you get advantage on this one?
Steady aim.
But he missy stepped.
He doesn't get two shots anyway. This is
So
two turns.
it's wow.
Wow,
really-
that was sucky.
that was really bad.
A 1 and a 2.
Really?
Can I use
That's impressive.
to re-roll that?
Go for it.
Is that okay with you guys?
Sure,
Yeah.
dear.
Or would it hit? Like I don't really know.
It wouldn't hit that, no.
Okay.
Use it now.
Well, to be fair, it is
You're
a
gonna-
stationary
you're gonna
target
need-
he's aiming at.
You're going to need a pretty high hit to hit this
Okay.
thing. I'm thinking like DC 20 minimum
hit it, man.
to hit
I
an
try it?
arrow
Yeah.
flying in the air.
Use it.
You literally got a 1 and a 2, dude.
Yeah, that's what I
Use it.
said.
Use it.
Okay, I'll use it.
Okay. I like these. This is
Work.
cool. I can't wait to get the skulls in so we can actually use them.
Oh, thank the Lord. 24.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So you nail this thing, and not only do you Robin Hood it, you don't go straight through. It's coming down, and your arrow flings through and cuts this thing in half.
No, cuts it in half and goes through to
Both
the
eyes.
eye sockets.
Yep. One lands in the middle, the other 2 land in the eye
Yeah.
sockets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just.
Boom, boom.
So it was quite impressive.
yeah.
Could you imagine that actually happening?
Yes, your character
We
just
just
did
saw
it.
I know. But
It
like,
just happened.
I know. Anyway. Okay.
Imagine saying that in the game.
All
Like,
right.
You just did it, and you're like, what if that just happened? You did that. You're like, I
We
know.
just saw it happen.
All right.
Would Devo try and wrap him up, or do we just want to skip him? Because
We're just playing with him.
Yeah,
He's not
sure.
really gonna do anything.
Eagle's going to.
I'm
mount
going
the
to
dragon.
go up.
I'm gonna actually give
Okay.
it.
I'm gonna touch him, and I'm gonna use a spell I've never used before. The one that you let me homebrew, Bestow
Okay.
Boon.
Okay.
And this one is if the target has at least 1 hit point, they regain their con modifier and hit points at the start of their turn up to half their max HP. So it won't affect him now, but he should be able to feel the effect. And I'll do it at a 5th level, which let me see. 5th level, the duration is 8 hours, and it doesn't require concentration.
Okay.
Bestow Boon him, let him feel the healing.
So how many hit points does he get then?
What's his con modifier?
Probably a lot.
My iPad locked up. Hang on.
He feels the healing juices.
Yes. But not
Oh,
really
I have
because
that.
he's above half. But he should still, feel the power.
He gets 9 HP every round.
Mm-hmm.
He has a +9 to con.
At least 1 hit point, they regain their con modifier and hit points at the start of their turn
He's
every
a con,
turn
He's a con of
for the next
29.
6 hours.
Dang.
Wow.
So
So that's
So he'll heal
wait.
from mine.
So it's 9 HP
per round
per now.
Is
for
that
8 hours.
Yep.
So he's like, ooh, maybe I should not like this. Ooh.
so? Is that like a temp HP type of thing?
No,
Or
he
is
just
it-
he heals. If
It-
he's already
it'd
at
get
max
up to
HP, so it
half.
doesn't do anything for him. But he feels like it's just healing.
That fireball didn't. Oh yeah, I guess he's a gold dragon, so it's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
I did 44 damage to him.
But it didn't do anything. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's-
he's resistant.
That barely. I mean, that would have barely hit him anyway.
Yeah.
That would have done like less than 10% of his health.
Woof.
Yeah. So
That's bad.
He's
Wait, so
a
he
big
didn't
boy.
get hurt from mine?
No.
Why?
he's immune to fire damage.
Oh, he's immune to
Yep.
fire?
Yeah.
He's essentially a red dragon with extra stuff.
I see. Gotcha.
Essentially with extra steps.
I mean, theoretically, if he was getting every point of healing from this spell, he would heal for 43,200 HP.
Wait, is he totally resistant?
Totally immune.
Yeah.
He takes
Immune.
no
Like a
damage
frost
from that.
dragon, being immune to ice.
Ice.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. It's like a red dragon. He would be completely immune to fire damage.
Okay.
They're typically completely immune to the type that they deal,
Fair enough.
which would make sense, right?
Yeah.
So the silver dragon, who does, I believe, ice, is also completely immune to ice damage.
Yep.
Cold damage. So, anyway, yeah.
So
So,
everyone, isn't it?
I believe so. I don't think you want Ezekiel to show off at all.
The boom
I gotta get him.
We're just gonna be like, take the boomstick and
Yeah,
just
We're not gonna have Oink Fat attack either.
Ah!
No. We get Oink Fat and be like, here, shoot Oink Fat really quick, Ezekiel. Just show him what's going on. She misses. You're like, great.
Anyway,
shoot one.
Okay. so he is not like his mood isn't completely changed. He's a little more open to discussions.
The grenade was cool though.
The grenade was cool. The illusion
Arrow was
dive,
cool.
the fireball, the arrows through the skull slits, the healing effect. Although he's the only one that really could get
Understand what was
anything from
going on.
that. Yeah,
The Devo mounting the
Yes.
dragon. Was pretty-
climbing him like as quickly as possible. So he still doesn't like you guys, but he is more open to discussing relations. So he'll walk back and climb back to his, or he'll flap his wings and fly back to his throne area. And he'll say, first things first. In order for me to even consider an alliance, and he's going to turn straight to you.
Oh boy.
He's going to say, I need your word that you can get King Melindrak to formally apologize.
Do I know who King Melindrak is?
I believe you do. I think he's one of the council leaders.
Are you saying King Melindrak?
King?
Okay.
His name. He is a king. Let me pull up his.
Would we know what he's supposed to be apologizing for yet?
I'll tell you in a second. Yeah. Yeah. So he serves. So he's just one of the elven.
Oh, he's
leaders.
an elf.
He's
That's
an
why
elf.
he looked at me.
Yes.
But, well, I guess we're all.
You and Keelan, I guess, because
I mean,
both of you are elves.
I look like an elf, but they got true sight, so.
Yeah.
They don't have true sight. Actually, I lied.
Oh.
They have blind sight, which is slightly different.
I thought some of them did.
I don't think dragons have true sight.
Okay.
He has blind sight though, which is what gives him why he could see through the illusion, but still.
Okay.
So you do know of this name, regardless. So just from an elven history,
We know who he
you and Keelan both know who this guy is.
is. Is it like an oh crap, he's never gonna apologize? No.
Not necessarily. He's going to listen probably because you guys are highly enough level. But he might take a little bit of convincing. So he will say he is the let me see this right. He's not the cause of this, but he is one who can speak for all of elven kind. The dragons see him as an ambassador of elves, essentially, and they want an apology for the abomination that was the Dracarage Mythal. And essentially what that is, and you and Keelan will know about this for sure because you're elves.
Sure.
Some of you that like had a lot of knowledge and studying, so like you, I'm thinking specifically, would have had maybe some inkling as to what it was, maybe not a lot of inner details.
Dracarage Mithril?
Dracarage Mythal. And essentially what that is,
It's a missile with a blast.
they had it's a magic that was shaped specifically against dragons, causing dragons across all of Faerun to go mad with rage.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
So it was a lot, and it may not have been like all of them, but just in general, because elves came up with this, he has a very bad view of elves. So he says, before I would even consider an alliance with you, I want your word that you can get King Melindrak to apologize on behalf of all elves for what was the Dracarage Mythal.
How long ago did that happen?
Do our best.
a long time ago.
Years, many years ago.
I mean, years, decades,
Do you
centuries.
want this?
Probably centuries ago.
Do you want this as a verbal apology in person?
I want this, yes. I would like him
writing.
to come here and apologize, or even after the
Official
battle is
decree.
over. We want to hear him say it.
Say, my word is my bond.
It will be done.
Unless he dies in battle.
Well, if he dies in battle, then we will get someone else. But I doubt he will go to battle.
That coward.
So, and so you tell him my word is my bond? Okay. This is very well. I will turn it over to the others for what their thoughts are.
Can you remind me of his name one more time?
Yes, he is Protanther.
No.
King.
King Melendrock.
I just wrote Elf King.
Yeah.
I think it's Melandrach. Melendrock. So. You're going to see the bronze dragon step forward and be like, I think that an alliance is useful. I think it's helpful. Pull up his sheet real quick, sorry. I think that the Harpers and the Order of the Gauntlets epitomize the best traits of all humanoids, and that everyone's got a chance for good in them. And I think we should try and trust that. Plus, it would help prevent casualties on all sides as much as possible. So he's already pretty much on board for an alliance if he can.
Helhelm.
What'd you say?
Helhelm, it's like a here.
Okay.
Sorry, did they say something about the Harpers? I wasn't listening.
They just said that the Harpers and the Order of the Gauntlet epitomize the best traits in humanoids.
Hey, I'm a Harper. What's up?
What?
Exactly what I mean. Cool performance, by the way.
Cool. Thanks.
You're going to see the one that you flew in with Elia. She's going to say, I would like to see another apology, from Ambassador Braun Anvil. I think he's another one of the
Council.
council. Yeah. Let's see what status he has. I think he is just. He's just a dwarf. She's gonna say, and some of you, again, none of you are dwarfs, and none of you will really know a ton of this, but again, because you just have overall history knowledge, you've studied a lot. She's gonna say she wants his apology on behalf of dwarves to apologize for the wrongful deaths of the dragon moots, and what those are is essentially dragon hunts, where they would go out and hunt dragons to show their prowess. She said that several of her kin, specifically, I think it's one in general. Let me make sure before I tell you.
And this was from what Anvil?
Braun Anvil.
Braun Anvil.
Is he also on the committee?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So the dwarf lord, so she knows that the skin of her slain kin was used to make armor for the dwarf lord afterwards. So she wants that returned to her, so it can be honored properly. So if you can promise that to her, she is on board with an alliance.
Cool.
Get him back if we have to strip it from his corpse.
That's acceptable.
Like very well. Try to keep the blood off.
Okay. You're gonna see. So most of them are some of. So Protanther is still a little cautious about you guys. Not great.
He's willing to do an
He's
alliance.
considering it. So the way that this is going to work is depending on how many are friendly towards you guys at the end of this is going to be determined on if they want to join you or not.
So far we have one vote and two maybes.
So
Depending on
there's
the
5 of
quests.
them currently. You have one that's still
On the edge.
so there's 4 ratings. I'm trying to hide a little bit of it so you guys don't see it fully. So it looks like one of them is still fully against you.
Yep.
One of them is still partially reserved. That's Protanther.
Mm-hmm.
He's considering it, but he's still not fully on board yet.
We gotta get the quest.
Well, even with that, he's still
Yeah.
kind of not. He doesn't trust humans in general, humanoids in general.
It's
So
probably it'll be
his promise
swayed.
will help, but it doesn't quite. The apology will help, but it still doesn't quite convince him that you're worth keeping around. Elia is on board, and Nemur, the bronze dragon, who is on board. The brass dragon is going to step up and say, So by this point, I've assumed you have encountered some of the dragon masks.
Yes.
And the worm speakers that hold them, that possess them.
I think
We've
seen
killed
We've seen
three of them?
No, we've seen two for
three of
sure.
them?
I don't know.
I don't think we've ever actually encountered the mask, but we've definitely encountered the speaker and killed 2 or 3 of the
You
speakers.
found the masks, right?
No.
You've not
No.
found any masks.
We know of the masks.
We almost got one, but it got teleported away in the treasure chest.
Yeah, but we wouldn't
The cult
necessarily know
uses
that.
everything they can to keep those. They're very powerful. They are too powerful for humans to keep. I believe they should be turned over to dragonkind so they can be taken care of. So, if you speaking for the Council of Waterdeep can guarantee those returned to us,
As we find them.
Yes, as soon as you find them. No waiting if possible.
Assuming it's found by the Coalition, sure, but I mean, if a random human halfway across the continent has hold of it, I can't
That's
promise
not what
that.
I'm talking about. I'm saying if the Coalition finds it, I want it returned.
I don't think that'd be a problem.
Well, we've got our plenty of other tools that one thing that is important to you can be
Okay.
Not like 5 things, but
taken
yeah.
care of.
All right. So the last one to speak, the Cobra Dragon, is going to step up. Let me read on hers real quick because it's a little touchy.
That was the brass dragon who
That
said
was the
that.
brass dragon, yes. Yep. So she is going to address Japan, and she's going to say, or I think she's a she. Yeah, it's a female. She is going to. Oh boy, what just happened? Sorry. She's going to say, while I typically will trust humans or humanoids in general, I'm a little on the wary side. More than a time or two, I have been swindled out of items in my hoard. And I believe one of those is actually in your possession at this point.
Okay.
So,
Which
your staff was stolen from one of my hoards a while back.
the staff of fire?
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to see it returned to me.
That sucks.
Ask her if she can just have the sword for now and you return the staff later.
You want to make her happy though.
Well, you have a legendary sword you could barter with.
Yeah.
It's not something that she had previously.
Exactly, but you can be like, hey, can this be a down payment? Let me borrow it for a while.
Is that all right if we borrow it? Because I've been using this in battle, and it's been very helpful in our adventure. Can I give you something as a collateral, a down payment?
Placeholder.
It has sentimental value to me.
You could ask for something in its place for battle uses. Say,
That's right.
I understand that it's important to you and it's served me well. Do you have something that I could borrow in its place or something? I don't know.
Yeah. Where did
You
I
got
get it?
this
Did I?
with you.
I bought it. Did I buy
Nope. This was from the Red Mage, the Ice Castle.
it? Oh, okay.
So she will say that
Can I have a reward?
The-
That's really bad. I'm sorry. Take that back. Sorry.
No,
Retcon.
your social awkwardness, you ask for a reward.
Oh.
Can I get a reward for bringing back your stolen items?
yeah.
That had no intention
So.
of getting back at the beginning.
You said no.
I didn't say I haven't
Okay,
responded
okay.
yet. So she's just gonna say that the red mages have broken into my hoards before and they've stolen many items and this was one of them.
Okay.
So
If you tell us what all you're missing, we can work on getting them back. We have a
That's the-
grudge with the Red Mages.
that's the biggest one. I mean, there's been gold and other things, but this was the one that I had sentimental value with.
Sure. Yes.
It's your choice. I mean, you use it all the time. So
You
Yeah.
can go for a persuasion.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to be rude.
I mean, it was hers, I guess.
It was hers. I did find it
Rightfully
and bring
stolen
it
by
back.
the Red Mages.
Yeah, I stole it
I
from
stole
the
it fair
mage
and
who stole
square.
it from you.
Yeah.
Enemy of my enemy.
It's still dinner.
I just want to be a dick. You know, like I mean, I guess that is
That's fine.
that's one, right?
No, that's fine.
I don't know if we call that one.
I think that's a good
We'll
one.
give it our 1 rating.
Okay. I just want to be mean. Like,
Yep.
I want to be as cautious as possible because I mean I did find it, stole it kind of,
Mm-hmm.
but it is hers
Mhm.
in the end. So
What would it take to commission something like that?
It would
Probably
be very
more
hard.
gold than we have put together.
It'd be very hard.
really,
Oh yeah.
Very rare items are 5 to 25k.
Oh my
Somewhere along there.
okay.
And this is legendary,
No, it's not. It's very rare.
isn't it?
The sword is very legendary.
Okay. I thought the staff of fire
What
was
is that
Staff of
sword?
fire is very rare. What?
What does that sword do?
No, is the staff of fire
Does a
very
lot of
rare or
damage, but
legendary?
it's a great sword, so nobody can wield it.
I think I
The
can.
only
Oh, I
person that
think-
can wield it is him, and he doesn't have the strength
Well,
for it.
and
Next
Jalpan
one.
can also wield it because he's got the get the ability,
Correct.
but also
You
it'd be
can.
useless for him because he's a wizard.
Yeah.
It's a purple. Oh, it's
Items.
very rare.
Yes.
Okay,
it's very
yeah.
rare.
Very rare.
So it would take a while.
About as much gold as
They're-
we all have.
Yeah.
They're
I have
expensive. They're
one
very
thousand.
expensive.
Exactly.
So I will give it back to you.
Okay.
But if there is anything that I could have in its place,
Be greatly appreciated.
yeah, it will be greatly appreciated.
Fight the horde.
Yes.
Not necessary, but
Okay.
appreciated.
Yes, not necessary but appreciated.
Also, would you happen to have something that we can trade this sword with for equal or greater?
Start bartering.
Maybe just a very rare.
Yeah,
We'll take a very rare down to rare.
I'm gonna look at Nick and say, yeah, this is exactly the place that you want to be bartering with.
Dragons love gold and bartering and money.
Let's finish this conversation, then we can have that conversation later.
Okay. So you hand it over.
I hand it back to her.
Okay.
Yes.
She will take it and say thank you. That is one more step forward.
Cool.
So, yeah. So currently you have that is all of them that had requests, specific concessions that they wanted to see. You have 3 of them. It looks like are on your side as they're kind of continue talking. 2 of them are still kind of against an alliance.
Perception to see who it is. Can we,
You know who
That'd
it
be
is. They're
insight.
open about it.
It's those two.
No, yes, those are the 2 that are against it,
The gold and who?
and this copper.
Copper.
So,
And we need all 5.
you don't need all 5. All 5 would be useful because then their full support would come. But you could. I mean, the other 2 will what's the
Come
word for it?
around.
Will come. I mean, they're not going to come around. They're going to
Send pits and
begrudgingly
forces.
come and agree to
Leave it
alliance,
the
but
first
they
time.
may not completely agree with it.
So maybe we can address it and just be like, we understand your hesitancy. Is there anything we can do to?
Ease concerns.
Yeah.
So from a
Doesn't matter.
high level, me talking to you guys can make concessions to them. So things you guys can think of. There's a couple mentioned in the book, but I hesitate to tell them to you because I want you guys to come up with your own too. But promising them things is ways to kind of get them on your side. So you've already done a handful of these by promising them apologies, giving them the items that they owned back to improve their attitude towards you. So things that you guys think that they would like would help improve their attitude.
Can I just ask them and just say like,
Hey,
is
what
there
you
anything
want?
else that the rest of you need or
Land
something like that, or
or-
do we all want to ask?
Yeah.
You got the charisma, baby.
Yeah, so I guess I'll look at all of us and look at all of them and say, all right, well, it looks like we've made made progress in showing you how trustworthy we are. Does anyone else have any other requests or anything else that they would need or anything that they would like to see from us to be able to trust us?
Okay.
I'll teach them how to make fireworks. if
Roll me
that's what they
persuasion.
Okay.
Come on, big money, no whammies. Big money, no whammies.
1 sec, sorry.
You're good.
I'm +8, so oh no, what am I gonna do? Oh shit!
You got a 6.
Talked a big game and I got crushed.
Oh no, should we use one of our last 2? That seems like the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go for
Yeah,
it.
re-roll it, baby.
Nobody else has a +8, I don't think. So I guess
Nope.
we'll do it.
You are the highest persuasion.
Oh, there we go. Natural 20.
Oh,
28. That'll do. That'll do.
So that's good. They're not going to, unfortunately, tell you anything specific because
Dang it.
you've taken
That's
care
okay.
of all of their specific requests. But if you guys have other ideas that you think they would like,
So what do dragons like? They like gold,
Gold.
obviously. Do they like land? Like, can
I
we
guess-
offer them, like, where the cult is staying? Say, like,
Tribute.
you could have this land when we're done, kind of deal, and we can figure it out with the people back in Waterdeep later.
Okay.
Like, oh, by the way, for them to be in this alliance, they want all the land that we eventually capture and
There's already
kill
one
and gold.
one.
I don't know.
I guess that's kinda what I
has a seat on
expected
the
them to
council,
say.
right?
she doesn't have a seat on the council. She just speaks for
Respect.
dragons while she's at the council. She doesn't have a seat on the council. They don't want a seat on the council.
Mm.
They are their own council, essentially.
That's like
Oh.
the big guild looking at like the little apprentice workshop, and they're like, "We would let you in our workshop."
Exactly. We don't want that.
Because it would allow them safety to, like, have their families or whatever,
Okay.
you know.
Would they be
Something
interested
like
in having the Draco horn located and destroyed?
That's kind
Or
of what I
anything
was
with the
kind of
Draco horn.
what I was asking, or what I kind of expected them. I didn't really expect them to tell us exactly what they would want or want us to do for them, but more just kind of learn more about them so we could then. Because I feel like we're kind of at a loss because we don't really know anything about them, so I can't really.
So for that kind of thing, you could like roll history checks or something along those lines to kind of. I mean, you do know a couple things dragons would like.
I don't know anything.
You know nothing about dragons.
Now what?
What?
I don't either.
Can I roll an insight
20.
to see what they're focused on
I
or
know nothing about
what they would like?
Not really. Insight's like in the moment kind of a check, not like
Mhm.
your knowledge of what they would like in the back.
Yeah, true intentions of a creature.
I know they like
Someone's
gold,
next to me.
and they dislike chromatic dragons.
Okay.
And apparently elves.
Well, just one thing that they did.
So the Draco horn is I'll just ask this: is the Draco horn something you're interested in, or know much about? I'll do this at
No, you're good.
Thetheus or whatever.
Hang on.
Is that something you would want returned to you guys or destroyed, or any action towards that would be beneficial for you?
Sorry, I'm trying to see if this mentions much about that. It doesn't.
Because we don't know much about it ourselves, really.
Yeah, they don't.
We can also just offer them a percentage of all the gold we find.
Well, yeah, first dibs on
Treasure.
treasure captured.
Well, it's
I mean,
so.
claim,
So
but-
what I will tell you is for dragons specifically, it's not so much dibs; it's just portion.
Yeah, portion.
So it's how much do
That's
you
why it's
offer
got a
them.
percentage.
Well, what about portion based off of performance?
That's
'Cause,
not how this works.
Commission based. They want to
Well,
say,
no.
okay, we're gonna get 10,000 gold. Cool.
Well, they want to know because
Well, no.
so the way that you guys are probably assuming, and I assume the council probably has told you, is that the gold will be divided depending on how many factions help out. So right now, let me because I think it tells me about this actually.
I'm not smart enough.
Because
to
we
know
can
how to
essentially consider them 5 factions and our own 1 faction, and maybe the Stone Giants another faction. Is that how that shake
More.
out?
So currently in the humanoid factions there are 11. 11 factions separated in the council. So they want to know if you're promising them, they're going to ask how much.
Are the Stone Giants part of the 11 factions?
Probably
Okay. So we can essentially consider them to be 5 factions, and our own to be some 12 different factions.
Or you could do the
And
math
we can
easier
do-
and say, you guys get 25% of whatever's found. The other 75% will be split amongst the 12 factions or whatever, whoever's left.
Well, that's the problem I consider based off performance, because if they do 80% of the work, they should get 80% of the gold. If we do 20% of the work, we should be looking at 20% of the gold split amongst our 12 ways, however much they contributed.
Well, the problem is that it's not so much like. I see why you want to say that, but there's not really a clean way to dictate that
There's
either,
not.
because you're talking about mass war,
Yeah.
and there's no way to turn.
Tally up bodies killed.
Yeah, well, there's no way to do that because you might be like sending 500 people to go fight one dragon, and you might send 10 people to go fight 50 people. Who's going to have more bodies?
Yeah.
That's the idea. Is there's not really a clean divide, and
I think
Well,
just
we
gotta
can
say-
consider the age of each dragon and then their CR rating. We'll give them a challenge rating. And then we'll also assign that to different humanoids, and we can count
I'm
up.
cutting that off here now.
Percentage.
I like-
That's
I
a
say you
percent.
give them an overall percentage, and the rest that's left, say it's like what I was saying. Say it's 25%. The extra, whatever the 75% is, then split between whoever else helps, like the 12 factions that you were talking about.
Well, the question is, how much would a ancient dragon and its whole family horde faction contribute compared to
A
a
lot.
bunch of humanoids?
I say we give it 25%
factions.
to them.
I would start with
regardless of what they
25%, and they can barter.
I start with 50% and work our way up.
Well, people are gonna be upset with us if we do that.
Upset with us? Why?
Because they're gonna say that's like a lot of gold. Like between 12 factions, that's not gonna be very much at all.
Well, if we consider them greater factions and our factions lesser factions, that's what makes sense.
I know, that's why we're giving them 25% between 5 dragons. That's a lot of money.
It's not 5 dragons. It's their entire clan of dragons behind them.
Are they?
Like,
gonna
they're
give
not
the
going
money?
to just give the gold, 75% of gold to us. They're going to be divvying out to a whole bunch of different factions inside the humanoid faction.
I understand that.
So
Like, we can consider ourselves like one of these 6 factions: humanoid factions and Raider Dragger factions.
It's whatever you want to do, but I think 25% would be a good place to start.
Yes.
What do you guys say?
I say start at 25
That's it, 25.
because that's more than any other faction.
So
can
what,
I
what,
see your
I'm,
point.
what I'm going to
your
request
point.
is that we don't use percentages because that's kind of weird. So tell me how many. So there's 11 human factions, and then
How
5
much
dragons.
Do we have any idea of what
No, you don't.
massive gold
No,
would
you
be?
don't.
We know that they've been
You know they've
pillaging
been
towns all
gathering
over
lots.
the place. Yeah.
So
I
would
mean,
it be,
the castle was a portion, a small portion of what they've collected so far,
and how much was at that castle? Can you
like
remember?
15,000 gold.
Yeah, we're talking millions
A
and
small
millions of
portion.
gold.
Yeah. So, what I would say, what I would request is instead of using percentages, because that gets kind of weird with this kind of a thing, is there are. How would you like to divide the gold per faction? So, like, if you have 11 factions, there's 11 shares. How many shares does each person get? 1 typically. So, how many? It's how many So, how many total shares are you going to divide the money into, and then how many shares go to the dragons? Is what I want you to tell me.
I mean,
So there's 12
shares.
factions,
Let's call it
There's
100.
11 human factions.
and
Well,
then,
and then
one of those us.
Stone Giant faction.
Okay.
We'd consider them in our side
Let's
because they
call
were
it-
our allies.
100 units, right? I mean,
So
You're just going back
rather-
to percentages at that
No,
point.
rather
That
than
was a joke.
rather than 1 share for the dragons, you should do it 5 shares for the dragons.
Okay.
So each dragon family or whatever is under them gets their own share,
Okay.
rather than
Yeah, like greater
One
share is
share for the
5, and
dragon.
then 1 share is
because
single share.
if it were a humanoid faction, it
They
wouldn't
get
be
one share.
per king or whatever.
Yeah.
It's only that one faction. So doing 5 shares is actually pretty generous. Wouldn't you say?
Sorry, let me finish reading this. Sorry.
So instead of 13 shares, there will actually be, what is that? Another 4, so 17 shares.
Okay.
And 5 of those shares are going to dragons.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I thought you were saying each of the dragons would get 5 shares each.
No.
Okay.
Because, I mean, I think how
They
shares
each get a
works,
share. So of the 17 shares, each dragon.
typically
faction
how
gets
shares
1.
work is you only
Yep.
get 1.
Yeah. Okay.
We can see how they feel about that.
I mean, that's pretty
That
good.
seems fair.
They will. They
Well,
will. Agree.
depending on the might and whatnot, but yeah.
Well, I mean that they just mainly want to be that like.
And I think they'll
Make sure
understand
they're
we have no
included.
idea how much gold's going to be
correct.
there.
Yeah.
They
They-
probably have a better idea and they're like, oh, share each, okay.
Well, they are. So they will agree with you. They like this that you would promise each of them a
full share.
a full share each. Because a lot of people would have come and just said 1 share for the dragons and left.
Yep.
And that's what. So they're
Okay.
quite thankful for that. So
Does that seem to sway any of the
it definitely
naysayers?
improves their attitudes. They're not
And
quite
I say-
fully on board, but they are close.
Okay.
And I say we set aside 2 separate shares. We'll call it a half share and a normal share. The dragons decide who amongst them does the greatest performance, and then they share that that way, and then the humanoids decide who had the
Where's
greatest
that share
impact.
coming from? Is it we're adding another
So instead
share?
of 17 shares, right?
There's
'Cause
18.
12.
So
18
if
shares.
If you do 18 shares, that
It'd be
means that
19 and a half
everyone else's
shares.
shares are going to be
Well,
smaller.
Hear me out. That the large share goes to the one who does the greatest performance, and the half share goes to the next one down. One for the humanoids, one for the dragons.
Okay.
Something like that.
I think you're actually going to end up diluting the amount of gold the dragons would get.
Yeah, by like. Well,
I don't think,
no, because they
so,
can decide to
I
split
think
their
they're making
share
it too
five ways.
complicated.
think we
just
need
from a high level,
performance-based.
they don't care about like performance because their dragons are going to do their jobs. But,
Fair enough.
So you can
A bounty. Maybe we should have a bounty share. Anyway, yeah,
that's fine.
whatever.
Okay.
I
So
did
if this
roll-
works, it works.
I did roll a 20 on my history.
Okay. So yeah, obviously gold is a
Gold,
big thing
yeah.
for them. So you know that they worship Bahamut, their god. They treat him with a lot of reverence. They like hordes. They like not hordes. Layers. So land would be potentially a good option.
So
Titles? Do they like titles?
Not. I mean, they have their own titles. They don't care about titles
Yeah,
from
human
humans
titles.
because they don't mean anything to them.
What kind of land could we give them? Is there
We
a
probably
specific-
couldn't really give them any land. We
I
don't have
know.
that kind of authority. We can definitely we can find out what they want and what we can.
I mean,
what
we
the
do
Waterdeep
have-
Council can grant them.
We
but
just gave them authority to have their own
We
shares.
do have a
each.
nobleman with us that might have some land.
Me?
he's not going to give them Erebor.
They can have.
I don't really have that authority either.
They can have Tiamat's lair.
I mean, who else would
She
want
doesn't
to
have a lair. She's in hell.
Well, like,
I don't care.
but the other dragons, they have. I mean, like that one camp that we went to, though, at the beginning of our campaign.
The greenest camp is just a
That's
No,
like,
the one where all those dragon eggs were.
yeah.
That was like a
that was
campsite.
Greenest,
That
not
was-
greenest. Sorry, not greenest. That was I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
But something like that. Say the final fights in this area that they've taken over. Just say.
So what I'll tell you from the I don't know if it doesn't need to be like specific land, but just
Control.
maybe land dedicated to them.
Control
Yeah.
over the Well of Dragons, I guess.
I mean,
That could work.
claimed
one thing I
land.
could also say is
Territory claimed by.
Erebor is currently being controlled by my uncle, but I can have a conversation with him to make sure that he knows dragons are always welcome.
Metallic dragons. are
Metallic
also-
dragons are welcome and will not be harmed by my people.
Definitely
Okay.
spread the word about that.
And then said we can have
Same
further
with our-
conversation if you need more than that in my kingdom or
Okay.
whatever.
Same with our territory in the forest of Tomb.
Marsh of Tune.
Marsh. Yeah. Marsh of
Whatever it
Tomb.
is.
The metallic dragons would be welcome. Seen.
Because I mean that would
Because it
give
was
them
great
that
honor.
right there. They're like pretty close to each other, so that'd give them a pretty big area.
We just got to get the east whatever. under
Well,
control.
so-
but we'll
I don't
give
know.
the dragons again.
Money,
it?
land.
The territory claimed by the horde of the Dragon Queen will be divvied up again. Say
Or we could also
Half to the
mention
dragons.
having, I don't know how they worship their god or whatever, but say we're willing
House
to help.
dedicated to Bahamut.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
construct
temples.
some sort of temple or
Okay.
whatever in his honor or something.
Okay.
and spread the word that metallic dragons are on the side of good.
And I don't know where it would go, and we could tell them that.
Well, you can
but-
get one in Erebor. We can
Or
make sure
Erebor.
Waterdeep.
or some,
gets one
wherever they
planted.
wanted it, probably.
Okay.
Because I think anyone's going to be happy to give them something for what they did,
Yeah.
assuming it goes well.
Yeah.
Something we can get on film.
Okay.
Have a movie.
Yes.
So if we find any behemoth like relics or anything, we could bring it back to you if it was stolen.
Okay. So
Different temples.
I don't know if there's gonna be any like relics from Bahamut because he is
No, because if the horde had any relics of Bahamut, they destroy him.
probably because they're completely against what they're going for,
Yeah.
right? Because Tiamat and Bahamut are literally like enemies.
Polar
If we find any icons of Tiamat, we'll destroy them.
Okay.
That should be on the destroy list.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, so I would just say something to, like, we're willing to do some sort of monument or something to honor your god.
The Great Dragon Council.
Yeah, or that too.
Statues in your honor in the temple dedicated to Bahamut in any city we have influence.
And any history to be recorded of what's about to happen.
Okay.
Something along those lines.
All right. So I'd say probably with that you have everybody's.
I mean, we haven't even gotten any information on land for our our lairs ourselves.
True.
We could put it there.
Just give them the land you guys get.
No, not give it. They can have their own. We weren't gonna do.
We'll get our own
yours.
portion of land. We'll
I was
make
gonna
a
do
castle,
the tavern,
a town.
but Aiden, yours didn't make a lot of sense to build, wasn't it?
No
I
fight
don't
pit.
remember what mine was.
Yours
I
was
don't
like a
know.
I'd
fight
have to go
pit.
look again. I don't
We'll
remember.
talk about it off.
Yeah.
But either way, it's
Yep.
like something like that.
Okay. So with the promise of like land dedication, a temple
Shares.
being made to them, shares.
Well, statue in their honor, but a temple to their god.
Yeah. But all that in general, they're
Like, ooh, we
they're
like
all
you.
they're all like if you can promise this, and then along with this, all of the things that we've asked for at the beginning. I think
There's a lot of concessions made.
there is a lot of. I think an alliance between the humans and the dragons is beneficial. So, yeah, you guys are on friendly terms with all of them.
Devo's like, and I get one of your lady friends.
Devo wants a wife.
No,
just
Devo's
an
gonna
adult.
go
I
up
don't
and do
need
you
to
have any adult dragons who are looking for a mortal maid?
It's like, and when they polymorph, are they redheads or like, what are they?
Depends on the color dragon. Coppers definitely are.
Okay.
Golds or blondes and yada yada.
Silver's got the white hair.
The
going.
platinum.
Yeah.
Points at one of the dragons. Is like, I like your kind.
So yeah.
Okay, Devo.
So
So we're getting.
Yeah.
So who? Anybody want to give us like a ride back? Because this is a pretty tall mountain.
So Elia will,
It's gonna be a
will
long
step
way
down and be
down.
like, yes, since we've come to an accord, we should meet with the council and inform them, or we can meet with them when the next council meeting comes. But I will go back to Waterdeep and stay, so I can take you back.
Yeah. Let's
So
just try to get these
well.
apologies taken care of.
before
Get 'em in
before you
ready.
begin leaving, you see Taz McKella approach you guys and polymorph into a human.
Which one's that?
The
Copper.
copper dragon. And she's gonna walk up to you, and she's gonna say, "Let me read this. Make sure I'm reading it right." She's gonna say, "I know this was not easy. I know how much power can sway the tide of a battle. And my main course was to ensure that you are not power hungry. So I would like to grant you this with my blessing." And she's going to put the staff of fire back into your hand.
Hey.
Thank you. Very much
More
appreciate
powerful?
this.
It's not more powerful.
Dang
It's
it.
the same, but it was more of a test. I mean, one, if you didn't get all of them on your side, you weren't going to get it back, but you guys did. You guys made enough concessions to do that.
Cool.
And she just wanted to make sure that you weren't
You
like
should.
the red wizards that were going to steal it, that wanted to use it just for power and wanted to keep the power, all the power that you had for yourself.
You should be like,
Sure.
do I get to keep this forever, or do you want it back again?
Like
No,
when
well,
I
so-
die, do
so
you want to
she
will
does,
it
she
back
does
to
say,
your heart?
when this is over, I would like it back, but for now, you can have it with my blessing.
Of course.
I mean, he's only gonna live another like 70 years. I mean, he can will it to you.
She will walk over.
Return to
She'll walk
Tasman
to the back of the cave
Dragon.
next to Vertanther, and she'll grab something, and she'll walk back to the party. And she will approach Lindor,
Hey.
and she will hand you a couple of arrows and say, "These are powerful. Use them wisely."
What are they?
They are 3 arrows of dragon slaying.
Oh. Of course, a dragon would have that. Is that something I can probably
Yes,
find?
it is.
Mhm.
They do like an extra 7d6 per shot.
Oh my gosh.
They are specifically made to kill dragons.
Dragon slaying.
Only
Yes.
use them when you have advantage.
Probably arrows of slaying is what they were called, I would guess.
If you literally just look up dragon in like Amyo, or
Let's look here.
Look up
Dragon
dragon slaying or something.
Slayer.
No.
Dragon Slayer.
Just do
sounds about
slaying.
right.
So look up arrow of maybe. I know they exist.
Of
Arrow
slaying.
of slaying. That's it right there. And these are specifically dragon
Jeez.
slaying.
I've got 3 of them.
Yeah, and you can just go back there and increase the quantity.
It'll let me.
You have to close out of this and go back. Oh, the very bottom would have told you, but that's fine. Go back and then you can go down, click on it, and it'll do
Gotcha.
it for you.
Aha.
Just go down to the very bottom.
Aha. apply.
There you go.
Dude, those look cool.
They look cool. So, yeah, and they do a DC 17 con save or take 60-10 piercing.
60, 10, jeez.
So, they are can be useful, but use them sparingly because we only have 3.
Okay.
So,
Keep them for basically ever.
she or the council will.
Yeah.
Hoard them until
never
Team
use
Matt.
Yeah, basically.
Pertanther will close the session
forget you
off.
have 'em.
Thank you for your concessions, and make sure to let the council know that we will agree to an alliance. You have our full support.
Woohoo! Great.
So there's 18 shares, including us, right? We get our own share.
Yes. 12.
5
Yeah.
for the dragon.
Yep. Because there's 11 humanoids, and then the giants, and then us and 5 for the dragon.
5 dragon shares, 11 human,
And 1 for
Yep.
the heroes.
1 stone giant, 1 hero.
I thought they were cloud giants.
Just giants.
They were cloud giants, I think.
Yeah, they are cloud giants.
The what's his name was a cloud giant.
Was he?
Yeah,
Big
he was.
goth tits.
Yeah, big goth
Yeah.
tits.
The stone giants were also there, but the
Okay,
cloud giants,
right. The stone giants were the guards.
Giants in general that
Gotcha,
were helping
giants,
you out.
yeah.
But
So
yes.
one giant
Yeah.
share.
Yep.
1 giant share.
That's
One
our
hero
share,
share.
right?
What?
That's one. That's our share. 1 giant share.
Funny. So anyway,
Imagine at the end we just take all 18 shares for ourselves and run for the hills.
There's no way we could literally take all 18 shares.
The dragons are just
No,
like,
if we
they melt
each had a
us.
bag of holding, we could not carry all the gold.
Yeah.
Let me see. So we said shares.
hi Luna. I think I need to take them to the bathroom real quick.
Short rest.
Split
We should take short
shares.
What? We can
Short
do a short
rest.
rest, yeah. So we'll be back in just a minute, and then we'll continue from there. Make sure I hit the right button. We'll be right back.
Build temple. Gears use material components.
We are back.
Teleportation circle.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Which the spell consumes.
yes.
Rare chalks and inks infused with precious gems.
For 25?
50 gold.
Okay, 50 gold. Okay.
Well,
All right. So,
we
you
can
guys
go my
finish.
way or your way.
You guys finish up at the council.
Yeah.
And Elia offers to fly you back if you guys are ready to depart.
Would the Mist Force be close by because we have to deal with some dragon attacks in the land before going back to Waterdeep? Because we can teleport to Waterdeep.
Probably not.
Yeah.
It doesn't really tell me where it's at, so I kind of just make something up.
It's right there.
That's fair. Like 1d4 days away.
Yeah, and her goal is to fly back to Waterdeep, so she's not gonna like detour much. But it's up to you guys if you guys want to fly back or teleport back.
Anybody want to hop in the bag of holding? Then we can head back.
Hop in mine.
We got Wayland and his.
Wait, where are we going? How am I getting
Waterdeep.
Nah.
My word of recall is me plus 5 people,
Okay.
and that with Oink Fat and
Well, we got
Okay.
Devo
Ella.
So we just promised them some apologies.
too. And some
Yeah.
armor.
And
Alright.
Waterdeep. And
So-
we got stuff back at Waterdeep. You guys need
Things
pick
to do
up.
in Waterdeep.
So like, they're gonna be in Waterdeep, so we're gonna have to find a way to get back here.
Let's just,
Right? Are we gonna? Are we need Elia's help?
Well, we just have to communicate with Ella because they don't care if it's now or after the battle. Dragons are fairly patient that way.
Okay.
A year is a few seconds for them almost.
Yeah, something like that. They're ancient dragons. It's like if it's done in a decade, they'd be like, "Oh, that was pretty quick."
Oh,
is that
Teleportation
accurate?
circle doesn't have a max number of people.
it doesn't?
No. At least that's what I'm reading. It doesn't say anything
How
about
many
a max.
people? How big is it?
It's a 10-foot,
How many people can fit in a 10-foot radius?
4.
It would be that, yeah.
and it's 6 seconds. It's one round.
Yeah, but
So
you
as
have to
long as
lay
you
out
can
the
run
circle,
it.
don't you,
It takes 1 minute,
to cast?
and then 6 second, one round.
Any
for
creature
the
that
duration.
enters the portal instantly appears within 5 feet. So yeah, it's however many people could run through within 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Which is basically a whole bunch.
Yeah.
But mine is 6 seconds and 5 people.
We can just
Yes.
fly back too. I mean,
That's like
Yeah.
days away though. That's
Yeah.
much faster.
I mean, it would give it longer. That'd give us more time for the council to probably actually want to meet again too. And
Well, we just
don't you
have to-
several things commissioned that need time.
Yeah, but why
so
waste
the,
time
the
when we can
council
go
probably
back
is
and
going to
go
not
person
meet for
person?
another like
Month.
2 weeks or month.
Yeah.
It just
Okay.
depends. Or until more detail has come, and not right now that's not come. So
Okay.
So that's why we were gonna.
um,
we can try and get apologies, and then try and go to the Force of Mists. Force of Mists are on our to-do list.
so the Misty Forest is
Misty Forest.
this
Oh, that is right there.
right by Daggerford, which isn't
Well,
very
yeah,
far
it's
from
far.
Waterdeep.
it's
Yeah.
like a half day's ride or something.
It's
It's a couple days.
it's not a flight. Like it took you guys 2.5 days to fly there.
Yeah.
So it'd probably take you like a day to ride there.
Yeah, running full tilt.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So that is where it's at. It just doesn't label it. That's why I was confused. By looking it up though, it shows it on this map.
Yeah, sweet.
So yeah.
That's weird. You figured it. Same.
Anyway, so what do you guys want to do? How do you want to get back?
I say word of recall's fastest
I'm good with whatever you guys
and
want.
cheapest.
Whatever.
I don't have my teleportation circle prepared.
Okay, then definitely word of recall.
How are we doing this then?
All right,
And are we just
2
like-
people hop in Wayland's bag of holding, and then we'll take Ella. She doesn't have to hop in the bag of
I'll
holding.
shove Devo in there.
Okay.
How long does it usually take to teleport?
That one
6
takes
seconds.
not very long.
Okay.
I'll jump in. I'll go with Devo.
Okay.
All right, we
It's
got
very
2, so
uncomfortable
that's
in there.
It is very
There's
uncomfortable.
bullets and stuff.
Wait, somebody said
poking
to hold
in.
my bag of holding, because you can't have a bag of holding within a bag of holding.
It's true.
no, that's split.
Not a good
So-
thing.
Just jump in your own bag of holding.
It's a wonderful plan.
Have your head sticking out. Just look around. Just this
Are we there
bag
yet?
with his head above it. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Is Elliot-
Yeah, that's perfect.
Is Elia coming or is she flying back?
Ella's welcome.
Elia
That's
will
word
fly
recall.
back.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
sweet.
She's not going to teleport with you. She doesn't need to.
Okay.
Alright.
Then you guys didn't have to hop in. Oh well. Word of recall. 6th level spell. Everybody's within 5 feet. Cast it. All right. And we're in
So
the Temple
Oink
of
Fat
Helm at
and one of
Waterdeep.
you had to jump into the bag.
Yeah.
Devo.
Devo.
You already said
Devo.
Devo.
Devo's
Devo
in
is
the
not
bag.
here, so yeah, he jumps in the bag. He
Get
gets
in the
forced
bag.
into the bag.
What's in the bag?
Okay.
I'll leave you in there. For
All right. So you appear, poof, right back in. I assume your temple. Or
Temple
your,
of Helm, yes.
Yep.
Alright.
So you kind of scare the priest working there right now. It's
People
like, oh.
crawling out of the bag of holding. Like,
Well, no, just like you weren't there, and then poof, you are there. Like
There's probably
No
like a
warning.
Sherman Great DN.
there is, but still, it's just like poof, you are there. You weren't there 5 seconds ago.
I pulled you out of the bag.
Lunchtime?
Sure. Welcome back, Nick. Good to see ya.
Hello, Father.
Is this the word of recall you were speaking of?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Worked as intended.
Can we maybe move it to one of the back rooms, not in the center of the cathedral?
Sure. I don't see why not.
Okay.
I'm not actually
that'd be
sure
great.
if that's possible or
I
how
don't want
that
to keep
works,
giving
but-
people heart attacks. I almost had one.
What if we got married?
Good thing we have
Well,
good healing
terrifying.
magic.
right in the middle of the
Yeah.
marriage.
I object.
No, but that time we're all battle worn.
So
Like
anyway.
people are dying, bleeding out. It's like,
Okay.
we'll get it back.
All right, so you guys can move the temple or the yeah, but it's not that big of a deal. Okay, but you guys are back in Waterdeep very quickly.
do you guys need to check on your commissions?
They probably aren't ready at this point. It's only been like
Yeah, Jim and Crescent
3
Bowl
days.
wouldn't take too long though.
It's
Literally, it could be a
Is
clay
it a
bowl with
sword?
gems attached to it.
what?
Crusty bowl.
Did y'all want to sell that sword now, or did you want to wait?
Alright,
Are we
super evil.
selling it? I don't think we should sell it.
It is super evil.
It
That-
is
that
super
sword?
evil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
Where'd that sword come from?
Red Mage.
Oh,
Not
that's
Red
right.
Mage.
Wasn't it?
Came from Resmir.
Right.
I
When
still
you
have some
killed and beheaded and
Nice
took her head.
temple.
I still have some of her clothes.
Probably.
No.
So,
So it's neutral evil. So it's not super evil.
No, that's
neutral evil is evil, though. It just means it's not... It's...
Chaotic.
Yeah. Which just means it doesn't just do whatever it wants, whenever it wants. Like, it is overall evil, but it just can lean towards following
Well-
rules if it has to sometimes.
Right.
most bad things fall into neutral. If something's like evil, it's like very bad.
It can be
Like
bad. It's like...
usually.
Yeah. Like, chaotic evil is the worst kind of evil. Lawful evil is like devils who follow contracts but always have, like, tiny handwriting to tell you that, oh, your soul's also in the sale.
Yeah.
Kind of thing like that. So it's like they have their laws that they follow. They follow them strictly, but their evil intent behind them is the idea.
Like,
Right.
but also like serial killers fall under lawful evil. Like they have a set of rules that they track to kill people. And then
Correct.
They, butcher them.
So it's evil is like good versus evil is like the intent. Lawful versus chaotic is how do you deal with that? How do you go about that? So lawfully is like I have rules that I follow, whether that be other people's or my own. I follow. Well, it'd be more like a set of rules in general that multiple people believe in. Chaotic is like I have my own rules that I want to
Like
do.
my character, it started as like lawful good, now more like chaotic good.
Yeah.
As times
Yep.
progress.
My favorite is chaotic lawful. I have a set of rules that nobody knows, nobody understands, but they come up all the time.
That's not really a thing, but it's hilarious. Anyway, so you guys get back to Waterdeep. Yeah, sure, your bowl's ready.
Yeah.
The armor is still going to take a little bit more time to acquire.
This was my statue.
And your what?
Statue?
Yes, your statue will take us a little bit longer still.
Yep.
So, but another probably handful of days and it'll be ready. But it's not. Yeah.
Right.
So
I need 167 gold from everybody.
Alright.
For the bowl?
for the bowl.
Yep.
Was it 800?
167.
What was the total? 1,000?
1,000 total.
Okay, yeah.
Take my gold.
Okay.
You hear that, Ethan?
Sorry, I heard that the armor wasn't done yet. Sarah was talking to me. What's up?
167 gold for Michael's bowl.
It's
Oh,
an important
okay,
bowl.
yeah, that's right.
You're important. Bowl.
167.
Yep.
That'll be before the dragon clash. That would be the best time to use it, probably.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you get set up. Go get your poll. Make sure you check in on your commissions, but they're not quite done yet. What do you guys want to do?
Slap rat.
We could talk to those guys, or we could just get horses and head towards the Misty Forest.
Why are we going there again?
Dragon attacks.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
could yeah, we could do that.
Or we could talk to one of the councilmen and go
That's
tomorrow.
at least, yeah.
Yeah, so you can go. So you do remember the person that was asking about it. You could probably go approach him and find more information if you wanted to.
Wasn't that the elf who also we need an apology from?
Not completely. Let me go pull up the actual.
Yeah,
thing.
we can. Let's try and find the people we need an apology from. And say,
No, Dalen Winterhound of
Okay.
the Emerald Enclave is the one that was talking about it.
All right.
You need to talk to King Melandrock for the apology.
King Melandrock and Braun Anvil.
Yes, Ambassador Braun Anvil.
Are they here in the castle right now, or they probably wait till?
The best place to talk to them would probably be the next council meeting because they're hard to kind of, especially a king that
That is probably yeah.
has no relation to any of you.
Mhm.
It's hard to get into his court easily or quickly.
do
Yep.
we have any timeline of when the next council meeting is?
3 weeks to a month, or they
yeah,
could be meeting more
it-
rapidly.
It could be more quickly. It's hard to tell. It's mainly just when more information is found. So,
Especially when all the
So,
important
yeah.
people decide they want to meet.
yeah.
So we could probably go on this
Little force
Stay
out, give
away.
them information.
little forest side quest and
We go and find out what the heck's going on.
Yeah. So
We could also get look at some material gathering side quests for different gear or whatnot, important relics. Yeah. Start with the dragons though. Are we all ready to face the dragon? Did we know what color they were, or we need to talk to what's
you
his
can talk
face?
to Dalen and figure it
Enclave.
out. See if he knows.
Yeah.
So yeah. You guys go approach him. I'm assuming, or go find him.
Yeah.
yeah.
All
I
right.
actually have absorb elements this time.
Do you have any other
Resistance.
spells you need to learn?
I don't know. Probably should check them out. This is like the only one that's really like negate or like partially negate elemental.
And you rarely use your first level spells anyway, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was like, it's a first level spell.
Yeah.
I don't
it's
know
really
why I
good.
didn't have this up when I
It's
first.
a great spell. It's so
Yeah.
good.
And it's reaction.
Yeah.
Reaction. Yep. So, you go talk to him, and he essentially just says he speaks of dragon incursions in the Misty Forest. He says, I've got many of the Emerald Enclave's agents working in support of Prince Aligarthus to prevent a new round of attacks. My agents are already scattered throughout the Misty Forest. I want you to travel to one of the few dragon-raided settlements left standing in the aftermath, a village called Altland. I believe the I'm not sure if I believe that the mysterious master of the Green Dragon was one of the cult's Wormspeakers is true. The survivors of Altland might know something that will help us find out.
Alright, they think it's a green dragon. Right, that's- yeah.
Green dragon.
Green dragon.
I don't really change much depending on what dragon we're fighting, so I'm ready to
Well,
go.
we could look for Ring of Poison Resistance. We could get some. I think there's amulets of potion resistance.
I'll get one of those
There's
poison
probably
potions.
some potion of potion
I'll
resistance.
get a
Potion resistance.
potion of potion resistance.
Potion of potioning.
Something like that. I don't know.
So they say you're green dragons?
Yeah, green dragon is poison.
Yes.
But I thought that was acid. Never mind.
That's black.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're still in Waterdeep, right?
Correct.
So yeah, I mean, why not go look for some stuff? If anything,
Yeah, I'll
let's
just-
look for it.
I just want to murder something right now.
When you drink this potion, you gain resistance to poison damage for 1 hour. Potion of poison resistance.
Yeah, I feel like I should use my gold for something. It's just been sitting in my pockets for a long time.
Well, that's what the elven chain was for, but
I still have plenty left.
I know what you mean.
Yep.
Yeah, can we do some shopping? Let me see.
You can try, yeah. They're not going to have a ton of this around. I mean,
No.
a lot of this is hard to come by. They're just going to have stocks of these potions sitting on the shelf.
What? Why not?
Yeah, we gotta go yell at Gimbal to make him faster.
Oh.
Come on,
Huh.
Gimbal.
What's up?
Ring of poison resistance is rare.
Yes, it is. Pretty sure all of the Ring of Resistances are rare.
Yeah, but what about potions?
Again, they're
That's
not going to
okay.
have a ton of them. They may have like one made, but nobody's buying these off the shelf, so they're not making lots of them.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, what is that?
What?
Potion of possibility. I was just looking.
Oh, you're
up.
good.
Yeah, they make armor of poison resistance, also rare. There's an absorbing tattoo of poison.
Oh wow. Okay. Potion resistance. When you drink, you gain resistance to potion for 1 hour. Or poison. Gosh. Michael's got me saying it wrong. Okay. Well, I want to see if they have a potion of poison resistance.
Okay. So you go to
we
the
have to go
potion
to
shop.
multiple shops. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You go to the potion shop, and you ask him about it. And you, he'll go to the back and look around, and he'll come back with one.
Cool.
This is the only one I have available.
How much is it?
Let me go look. I'm not 100% sure.
It's uncommon. I mean,
It's still a pretty uncommon potion though, so I'm trying to see.
I can absorb elements, and I have other stuff too. So I would say give it to somebody who doesn't have that.
Yeah, I mean, who has the lowest hit points is probably who it should go to.
I think
Other
that's
than me.
you.
Is it me?
No, it's
Or Japan?
probably-
I'm 79.
Yeah, you're
points?
technically lower than me.
It'd be
I
me,
also
but
I
it's-
have protection from poison. It's a non-concentration spell that lasts for an hour, a second
Yeah.
level spell, so I could
So
drop that
Japan,
on
you
like 4
should
people.
probably take it. Is my guess.
What
Does
is
it
it?
absorb elements,
Potion
absorb
of,
poison?
poison.
I believe it does.
Resistance.
Yeah.
Unless
Just
you
click
have
absorb.
a spell of some sort.
I have
Elements.
absorb elements. Let me
Well,
check.
does it? Yeah, absorb
Yeah,
poison because it might just be an elemental, fire, acid, lightning.
Otherwise.
Oh, it is. You're
No,
correct.
it does poison.
No, it doesn't.
1d.
It's acid,
What?
cold, fire, lightning, and thunder.
Yep.
Oh, I thought that was poison, but you're right. It is acid.
Yeah, there is no poison.
Yeah, so one of you guys should probably take it.
I don't want to use all my spell slots on something like that.
But it'd be
Unless
fun.
there's that. Well, you have to
I'm
attune
happy
to the
to take
ring,
it
don't
if
you?
nobody else wants it.
Huh?
You have to attune to one of those rings.
You
don't
do have to attune to the poison ring. Yes.
Attune to the ring, and it's also rare.
Correct.
Yeah, I ain't doing that.
So who's taking the potion?
Lindor
You-
bought it, but I don't know who you want to give it to.
Yeah, how much was it?
400.
Okay. Whoever wants it, I mean, one of you two probably needed the most, Japan, or
Yeah,
you
if I
each.
could
I
find
mean, me and
happy to
Jalpan
take
have
it.
high
It's more
con.
element-
Who has the lowest con score? Probably
What's your
Devo.
con?
Constitution
Mine's,
saving throw.
plus
Who's got the
2.
lowest?
I think it's probably
saving throw.
me. I'm a
Yeah.
+3. I'm pretty
Oh,
That's
saving throw or?
Saving throw.
Oh, mine's +6.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same here.
I plus 7.
I got
So I
plus
should
9.
probably take it then.
Yeah, you or Devo.
Yeah. Okay, I'll keep it since Steven's not here. If he needs it.
We can toss it to him, I guess.
Yeah.
I know, he about froze to death. Now he's about to be poisoned to death.
So I kind of walk around to like a chainmail or like a breastplate shop. Do they have any poison resistance?
Not made. No.
Okay.
That'd
It's
be commission
pretty
based.
uncommon to find that kind of
Well,
thing.
it's
'cause-
rare.
Well,
It's
but
rare.
I'm saying like not in the term of like
Oh, off the shelf.
it's just it's not off the shelf available. Like that's something that you would have to have made.
Okay.
Because they have to go find a source of poison to imbue
mean,
the armor with.
You would have to do an investigation check to see if it's in the city, and then you'd have to barter with whoever has it to either borrow it or buy it from them.
Yeah, and what typically I would guess probably the way these are made is infused with green dragons magic of some kind or breath or scales or something. Yeah.
Sure.
So they'd probably be hard to come by.
Okay.
So. Plus, you already bought your adamantine plate or your adamantine shirt.
I'd rather wear the poison
Fair.
if we're going into there.
It's fair.
So, I mean that's just negates
Crits.
crits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but guess
Which is
what? When you
good.
go fight the poison dragon, this is going to be the one time you get crit, and you're going to go down.
I know.
No, but I have protection from poison. It's a second level spell, lasts 1 hour. You touch a creature. If it is poison, you neutralize the poison. If more than one poison affects the target, you neutralize one poison that you know is present, or neutralize one at random. For the duration, the target has advantage on saving throws against being poisoned, and it has resistance to poison damage.
Okay. Is it what level?
Second level.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Nope. Lasts 1 hour, non-concentration. See.
Oh, it requires concentration.
Does not require
Oh,
concentration.
Wow. Okay. Sorry.
That's why you like to have a cleric.
Yes. Absolutely.
And I have 4th level spell.
So
I also have a 4th level Adoration spell that's concentration, but purifying. Let me see. Aura of Purity. Purifying energy radiates from you in an area within 30 feet radius until the spell ends. The area moves with you, centered on you. Each non-hostile creature in the area, including you, cannot become diseased, has resistance to poison damage, and has advantage on saving throws against effects that cause any of the following conditions: blinded, charmed, deafened, frightened, paralyzed, poisoned, and stunned. There's 2 options that I can carry into battle with me against this dragon.
Yep.
And I'm sure we don't want to spend 1,000 gold on the brand new bowl we just bought, because that's also an option for a 6th level spell. But I can learn that tomorrow, so if we fight the dragon tonight, we might be in a little bit of trouble.
I think we should take a rest and get it tomorrow.
Well, it's like 2 days away, so like we can rest in Dragon Ford
Yeah,
if we make
I guess
it
I
there.
don't have my face step right now either.
Yeah.
Technically.
Let's
No.
get horses and ride it down to Daggerford.
Yeah.
And
Hope for the best. Take a
hope
long
I
rest.
don't kill Jingles.
I'm not getting jingles out. Sorry.
Rent horses.
You don't have to say sorry.
Go down. Does anybody need to buy anything else?
I can't think.
Are
of
we
anything.
done?
I'm good.
Okay.
How much? Yeah. All right, we're good.
all right.
Wait, who bought the potion?
I did.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Is there any way that can we check and see if they have any like healing potions at all, or did they not have that either?
I'm pretty sure you guys were here
We keep
last.
buying
You
their
bought
stock.
them. Yeah, you bought them like
There's one.
2 days ago, and you bought it.
Yeah.
Got it. You're good.
Yeah.
I have weak potion of greater healing or a potion of healing. I forgot I had them. I have 6 of them still.
If you have a weak potion, that's from a homebrew of mine. You should have a potion of healing, not a weak potion of healing. If you can add a weak potion of healing into your inventory, don't, because that's from my homebrew.
You sure?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Well.
that we've used them here. They're just potions of healing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll get rid of these because I don't remember getting those.
Okay. Then add regular potions of healing.
I don't know where those came from, so I'm just gonna.
Well, you
Be
probably
fair.
went potion of healing, manage inventory. You probably went potion of healing, saw weak potion of healing, added them
Yeah.
when you were supposed to add just potions of healing. Because if you go healing, yeah, the first thing that comes up is potion of healing, but right under is weak potion of healing.
Keelan, did you need a potion of healing? I have 2.
No, I was just saying since we were here, it might be nice to just keep one or grab one if we had one. But yeah, it might be nice to keep one on me just in case.
Okay.
Mhm.
Do you have one?
Everybody should have at
I
least
don't
one
believe
potion
so.
of healing.
Okay. So I have 2. It's a greater potion of healing. I can give you 1.
I would love that.
Okay.
Yeah, I can add that to my inventory.
Cool. Yeah, it's a greater. Cool.
Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
So how much to run a wagon or horses or
You know, like, if you got all horses and a wagon, and are you buying them or renting them? I mean,
there's some thing about travel about renting horses or stable master or something to make you travel fast. I can look it up real quick.
I think it'd probably be like
basic
25
handbook.
gold or something for all that equipment to rent for like a couple of days.
Does somebody want to cover the party or?
25 gold for each horse.
No, total, just for everything.
I'm happy to do that. So you said 25 gold?
Yeah.
Alright, sure, I'll take it. I'll cover. Cool, I got it. I wrote it down.
Thank you, Keelan.
Appreciate you.
All good. I have like thousands and thousands of gold. Just gotta use it.
I'm sure it'll come up. We're gonna build a town eventually.
How much gold do you have?
How much?
Yeah.
I need to add some more to my inventory. I've been keeping notes in my notes app. Even like the ones that Michael just sent me, he texted it to me to add that in. But without some of the stuff I need to update, that's a few weeks behind. I have like 6,000 some in my.
Yeah, we're sitting around 6,000.
Yeah, but then plus all the stuff that's not even with the stuff we sold last week or anything else. So I have like I'm like 4 sessions behind on my gold inventory. It's on my notes. I just need to add it.
Yeah, I don't have that much.
Well, you also have like the rarest equipment, don't you?
Do I? I guess kinda, yeah.
All right. Do we make it to Waterdeep without issue? Are we done in? Sorry. Do we make it to Daggerford? Daggerford.
Yeah, you guys can leave from Waterdeep. Do you want to rest before, or do you want to rest in Daggerford, or what's your plan?
I think resting in Daggerford would work, right?
Okay. All right.
Did he give us a contact for the Emerald group in Daggerford, or they're somewhere in the forest?
He did
they
not.
give
He
us a
said
map?
his agents are spread throughout the forest. He said, I want you to go to Altland and see what you can figure out.
Go to Wetland?
Altland.
Where's Data?
Somewhere in the Misty Forest.
Alright. Not town in Daggerford, ask around for where it's at.
He'll tell you it's in the middle of the Misty Forest.
It's probably like go there and
yeah,
And in Daggerford, we took a long rest.
So yeah, you guys make it to Daggerford, and yeah, you can take a long rest.
Yes. Change out my spells.
Mm-hmm.
Ready when you guys are.
Alright.
Let's do this.
Let's go kill some dragons.
I'm gonna bring my dragon in.
The one you broke.
I've got a dragon. Do
Can
you
I-
have a
can I-
dragon?
Can I start carving another dragon board for him?
I have a
I have a
one that
fancy
was
one.
Hey, it's void.
Hey.
so it doesn't
Okay.
have to be broken this time.
Hmm.
You can
Just
use
do
it
the
over
long
and
rest?
over again.
Mm-hmm.
You do
Yes,
get a long
long
rest,
rest.
yes.
That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
It's nice, but I think it requires concentration,
I'd like to
But
make
still.
so I can only have one. But still, it's a dragon.
I like to make a dragon board.
Also, I did
Yes.
consider using telekinesis on the dragon until I realized that I can only move up to huge creatures, not gargantuan creatures.
Yes.
But I thought it'd be so much fun to just like pick up a dragon real fast with my mind and then set it back down.
That would have been pretty
That's
cool.
how powerful I am.
That'd be awesome.
That would have been pretty cool. Although yours was still pretty cool.
It was pretty cool.
All right. So you guys rest in Daggerford, and then get prepped the next morning to ride out, I assume. You're changing spells out, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm good. I changed all of my spells.
Absolutely understandable. Okay.
Those dragons have blind sight,
Yes.
right? So
Yes, casting blind on them won't do much. You got Earthbind though, don't you?
What's your question?
yeah, well, I was just reading. Mirror image says if it relies on senses other than sight, such as blind sight. It's
It knows
false.
exactly where it's at.
Yes,
I'm
but
gonna-
that's out to a certain range. If you're beyond their blind sight range, it'll still be useful.
That's true. Blind sight range isn't immune. Isn't perfect. I mean, all sight has a limit, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
So.
fair enough.
Okay.
But once it gets up close, it'll be able to tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So, all right. So you guys head towards the Misty Forest, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys begin your travel inward into the forest. A vast woodland concealed by thick mist and rain. Enormous spruce trees dominate the northern end of this forest where Altland is found. As you guys enter this forest, there's definitely paths to walk to get to these cities, these little villages. But regardless of where you travel, mist just is all around. It's just thick. So, after probably about a handful of hours of travel to and through the forest, you guys finally breach this little establishment. Called Altland. Althand. I'm sorry. There's not an extra L. Altand. There's not a second L. I thought there was for some reason. Altland is primarily a wood elf establishment, blending almost seamlessly into the forest around it. You see it exists on 2 levels. A few structures built on the ground above an ancient monument to an elven ranger. Residences and village temples are built into the upper boughs of the forest. The elves string rope bridges between the sides and construct circular walkways around the trees. You see that poorly operated platforms connect the 2 levels in the village and provide an excellent defense. So, you guys make it into the forest, and you see a pretty devastated, but still fairly populated place. You do see a lot of poison, kind of just like remnants throughout this area.
Burns and stuff.
Yeah. You do see like piles of bodies that they're going through, cleaning up and burying, things like that. You do see about So, anyway, you guys get into town. What do you guys want to do?
Do we have a name or description for our contact we were supposed to meet?
You don't have a contact in the city. They just wanted you to come to the city because it's one of the only ones that survived.
Okay.
They want you to figure out why it survived.
Gotcha.
So we just need to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Can we look around? What do we see?
I mean, again, what I've described
what you
mostly
said.
is just a lot of death. Quite a few people still around cleaning and
Does there seem like someone's in charge, kind of pointing out what to do? And
not necessarily. Not necessarily. They're just kind of doing what they've been doing for the past couple of days.
Okay.
So there's no one that like looks directly in charge. I mean,
so we
there's-
could just go up to anyone, probably.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I find a villager or
Okay.
townsman. So you kind of just talk to him and see
Okay.
what's going on. Say, hey, this doesn't look good.
Says, do you expect the dragon attack to look good?
No, I don't. But from what I've heard, no one survived these attacks. How did you guys even survive?
I don't know. The dragon was attacking. It killed most of the people on the second level, and then kind of just stopped, left.
The first level didn't get touched.
It did, but not as much. I mean, the second level was people were perched up top and had no way down quickly.
Do you think he did see the first level?
Yes, he did. He attacked the first level some, but because the second level had more people and was
it blessed?
Yeah.
it was they were stuck in place. They couldn't go anywhere.
D4.
Yeah.
And I'll do the other half. Covered for a little while.
Right now.
When did this happen?
No, before we go into battle. That way we get a D4 to roll.
Do you think he's coming back?
I have no idea. Hang on, sorry.
Oh, you're good.
It happened like a week ago, or a week and a half ago. I don't know the days anymore. They all kind of blend together.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's coming back. I would hope not, but we haven't seen him since. It only lasted a short while. The dragon unexpectedly retreated.
Did it
The
seem like
cultists
he'd
fought-
been injured or
what?
something?
It didn't look injured. It flew off just fine. The cultists followed after, but apparently it looks like they took nothing of value from the village.
That's kind of odd.
I don't know. They just
What do you guys think?
left everything intact.
My assumption is that they were after something else that they've already got, they got, and then they left, and they didn't need anything else from the village.
Was there?
Because obviously, if they were looking for treasure, they would have taken something. So I'm assuming that whatever they took, we just don't know what it was.
Is there something in your guys' village that is important or really valuable to you guys? That you guard
No.
or anything?
No.
So it came in,
Not that
blew
it was
poison breath on the second story, and then just flew away with cultists running behind it.
Yep. It's about what we saw.
Where did they head?
I mean, it's hard to kind of tell from here, but they flew, and he'll point. Like, I think they kind of flew south or east, somewhere in that area.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of hard to tell when everyone was screaming bloody murder.
Is there anyone we could talk to that might know a little bit more of what happened?
Well,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, can we see tracks that the cultists left behind through the
I
forest?
mean, probably
it
not.
has been a week.
It
but-
has been like a week, so probably not.
Okay.
So there might be someone we can talk to though.
Yeah, and he'll say, with the priest was killed in the attack. So the village's warden, Galen, is the only person that you probably talk to.
Okay. Where is he at?
And he'll point over to a medium-sized building further into the city.
Okay. So I'm ready to go talk to him a little bit more.
Okay.
So we go down there.
Okay. So you guys make your way through, seeing a lot of just destruction.
Yeah.
They're trying to clean it up. Buildings have fallen apart. Bodies are all over the place. But you approach the building. I'm sorry. It's actually So it's further in, and it's in one of the upper boughs of the village. So it's up on one of the rope bridges. Anyway.
Second level.
Yep. So you guys get up there, stepping into a modest dwelling, suspended among iron strong boughs. You enter a cozy sitting room. A slim elf sits at a desk, standing to greet you with a forced smile as a raven perched in a nearby cage caws hideously. "Welcome to our village," the elf says. "How can I be of service?"
Anyone else want to? I can do it. I'm just gonna say that we came from Waterdeep. We heard of the attacks over here, and that you guys were one of the few survivors. And we're just trying to figure out a little bit more information
Okay.
on what's going on.
Well, I mean, the dragon flew in, attacked, the cult followed behind.
It just seems a little odd that it doesn't seem like they took anything.
I mean, yeah, I agree.
Is there anything that they did take?
I mean, they took some money and some valuables away, but then the dragon took off and the cult followed him.
What do you guys think?
Insight check.
No, that's a good point. He could be lying.
Okay.
14.
You feel like he's telling the truth.
Okay.
Alright.
Is there anybody who lived here who could chase away a dragon?
No one's strong enough to. The dragon had us on the ropes. There's nothing that we could have done to get him away.
And he didn't sustain any injuries to people shooting at him or anything?
I was in the thick of battle and I didn't see him. Nobody really hit him. I mean, we shot arrows at him that did little bits, but he was fine when he flew off.
Was there any sort of noise before he left?
No.
A horn or anything?
Mm-mm.
I don't know, guys. Seems rather odd. Do you think he's coming back? Any idea?
I can't tell for sure. I don't know.
What do you know?
I mean, that I'm the temporary leader because the priest died. So I'm trying to handle it the best that I can.
Okay. Was the priest fighting and that's how he died, or did
he was stuck in the upper boughs up here, and
do you know when he died? Did he get killed and then that's when the dragon left?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, I think he was one of the first deaths, trying to get people down the boughs. So.
Nothing got left behind.
Huh?
Nothing got left
No, a lot
behind.
of stuff got left
I mean,
behind. That was the thing.
no, the cultists just abandoned and left. No one left behind anybody, but
You didn't get any prisoners or anything?
no, they didn't take prisoners. They just killed everyone they could.
No, I mean like a cultist. Did you get
No,
any cultists?
they all ran away. We were two
Okay.
in the middle of battle. We didn't try and capture anybody.
Do you know where we talked to another commenter and they said they kind of went in a vague direction? Do you know much more than that?
Not really. I mean, yeah, I knew it flew but somewhere that way. I was too concerned with everybody else to try and exactly figure out where it was.
Okay.
This was about,
Don't suppose anybody went to track him or anybody
No, of
who would
course
know
not.
more?
this is about 4 days ago, 5 days ago, right?
This was probably about 8, 9 days ago.
Okay.
That's interesting. Do you know that there have been surrounding villages that have had these similar attacks?
Yes.
I mean, yeah,
you're aware of?
multiple villages in the Misty Forest have been attacked.
But have any of them been as lucky as
No.
you guys?
I don't know. I know how they haven't.
That's odd.
Stumped.
I'm stumped.
That's funny.
Uh-huh.
This way.
You guys were in a...
It's funny because they're
Yeah, whatever.
in a treehouse.
We're in a treehouse and you're stumped. So
What can we do to help you?
I mean, there's a lot of rebuilding efforts are in work. We're dealing with the fallout of all the poison that was spit through the forest, and
I'm very familiar with poison. If there's anything in particular that I can help with, I'm more than willing to.
okay. I mean, maybe do you know much about antidotes?
Yes, I should.
Okay. Well, I can get you with the local alchemist and see if you can help out, figure out a faster way to make it, maybe.
I would be happy to help.
Okay. Well, if that's it, I'm gonna get back to it. Anything else you guys need?
Not for now, I guess.
Is there a rat around?
We're in a forest, so probably.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah, I don't want to know. Why would they just up and leave? Because they've been destroying everything else.
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
Is there anything
No.
valuable here?
Unless they're
I
like
mean,
No, because they would have
trying to kill the people
I
and not
guess-
the buildings because they want to move in, kind of deal.
Yeah, but then they would have poisoned everybody and then just waited until the poison abated and then come back.
Because the priest died.
Yeah, but that seemed inconsequential to everything else going on.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's unfortunate, but
What was the last thing you remember happening before the dragon left?
I mean, I was ushering people out of their homes that were being melted with poison and getting them to safety, and then
That
it
was
just
it?
flew off.
That's pretty cool.
Did they say anything or just kind of just disappeared?
Who? The
Cultists
cultists?
and the
No, they
dragon?
just ran.
So,
In fear or just leaving?
I guess we should
They
just
didn't
head
look fearful.
southeast.
what direction
See if we can't
did they go?
find
What
them.
direction did they come from?
I mean, again, we don't have any clear direction. It was somewhere between south and east, but we don't know exactly where.
How far can your owl go?
It can go pretty far.
But
I mean,
then it
I
needs
just
to come
can't
back on a
communicate
command.
with it.
Yeah.
Tell us.
After 90, 180 feet, I'll have to look it up.
That was like 120, but yeah.
You can tell it to go do something and then come back, right?
Yep.
You could just see if it could scout out anything. See if they're coming back or nearby. Or...
They would have been back by now if they were coming back. We don't even know why they left in the first place.
I'm happy to fly above the trees real fast and see if I can't see any remnants of where they might have gone just from above.
Sure. Might as well.
Okay, I'll do that.
Darn
Did it seem like they came from the same place that they left in?
I mean,
think we already asked that.
I think so, but I mean, we didn't.
No, for sure, yeah.
I mean, we were just living our life, and then all of a sudden a dragon appeared out of nowhere, so we weren't concerned with where it was coming from.
Yeah.
So it just more or less appeared in front of us.
Yeah.
Okay, let me fly up and let me see if I see any traces, like anything left from their damage or maybe trees broken or anything like that. So if I go up and do that, John, do I see anything?
Roll me a perception check.
What's that? Yeah.
So you're kind of able to help corroborate a little bit of the story. You see a handful of trees kind of destroyed in the direction of south, but they kind of swerve a lot and then just kind of stop.
Okay. I can't see any like smoke or anything melting or anything. with
No,
poison in it, can I? Okay.
No.
You'd see like dying trees more than anything.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, again, I'll come back down and just say, yeah, it sounds like that's about right. I mean, that's the kind of general direction that we have. Do you want to try to go that way, or what's the plan?
Nothing else to it but to do it. I say we head that way.
Yeah, I'll stop by and make sure they don't need any help with any antidotes just on the way out. But other than that, I don't see anything else we can do other than try to track the dragon down.
I have locate creature, but it's only 1,000 feet, and I'd want to be closer to where we think it might
Maybe
be.
like where the trees stop dying, like do it there kind of deal.
No, it only has 1,000-foot radius, 1,000-foot range on it. This is a pretty big forest.
Yeah.
We'd probably end up finding tracks evidence of the cultist before we get close to the dragon.
Yeah, so are we gonna go that way, or
Yeah.
anything else we need to do?
Sure. Let's go that way.
All right,
Okay.
All right.
follow the path and towards the. Do you find anything at like the end of the copse of dead trees?
So you come to the edge of the village, and you see a little bit of paths, but they're kind of worn out at this point. There's not a clear direction, and at this point, it's beginning to become thick forest again. So tracks are kind of not there.
Perception or investigation to be able to.
That'd be survival.
Probably survival. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Okay. Anyone decent at
Okay.
survival?
I was
Let's
gonna
see.
say periodically I'd like to just hop above the trees just to see if I can see anything else.
Okay.
I don't want to separate from the larger group too often.
Natural 20. 28.
Okay. Even with a great roll, you really don't see a lot of tracks. He probably leads in another like half a mile that you can kind of pick out small pieces and stuff, but then at that point you kind of start to lose the trail.
Yeah. I guess we could go for more arcane means. Do we want to
Gopher.
Do we want to try flying above with the owl and Keelan? We could try locate creature. Owl is a great scout.
Yeah, works for
What do
me.
we think?
Owl's
I'm
good.
happy to take.
And
I'm happy to go up with the owl because then I can communicate with you guys on the ground through the owl.
Okay.
so I just read. It has to be within 100 feet to telepathically talk to it and see through its eyes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah,
it was
my
just
thought
talk
was
to it and
if-
you could go up to longer with.
It can go far away. You just can't see through its eyes or hear it.
So
or
basically,
command
if the command was like, when you see the dragon, turn back. Once it got within 100 feet, you could then speak to it and know what
Yeah.
kind of happened.
Yes. Yeah. He can relay information. Simple information.
Tell it to go out in a cone and a zigzag and then come back
gotcha.
after a certain time or if it sees anything.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Give it
Kinda
a
zig-
try.
Zigzag, kind of fly like an owl does. I don't know how an owl does, but he'll know. The
I believe
familiar
it
will know.
flaps its wings.
Owls are very quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys see that? There's like a video about several
Barn owls.
birds.
And then they
That
showed
were
the barn owl.
Yeah. So they put up microphones all along the kind of like the floor, and they had different birds fly, and you see like just how much sound that they produce. And the barn owl was like
Way
zero,
quieter.
virtually zero sound.
Yeah, their feathers are like formed in a special way to make less noise.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Their eyes are also like all the way towards the back of their skulls. They're these weird cone-shaped things. It's quite freaky.
They have an insanely high aperture.
They have really long
Camera
legs too.
Or how much
Yeah.
light they let in.
They're also like nature's slowest flying bird.
Yeah,
But I mean, they're quietest.
So is the plan to have the owl go ahead? I thought when I was kind of confused at first. I thought you were just saying like the owl and I can fly above and help direct you guys, because then I can say what I see.
So
Since you guys are kind of hiding through the forest, I would say what I see to the bird, and the bird could relay it, or then Job can relay it to the rest of the group. But what do we want to do?
I say just send the bird. Because it can scout out for a few minutes while we take just a short lunch break. And then it come and fly back to us.
Fine with me? Yeah,
Let us
that's
know
cool.
what it saw.
Sounds good. Yeah.
so you want to send the owl ahead, and
In a zigzag, and if it finds
so you
anything
have
or
90 degrees to view, and this forest goes on for many miles.
yeah,
And
well, it should be able to scout out some portion, and then after 20 minutes, come back or until it sees anything suspicious.
the only bad thing is that
Tell us not to go into the forest anymore.
Is it like a straight path, or is it more of a?
It's a thick forest.
Yeah.
I mean, it is heavily wooded. And these trees are massive. I mean, you're probably thinking like redwood style trees. So very, very tall.
tall tree.
So,
So
and,
then-
and very big around. So
One thing that I
I
have.
wouldn't even have to fly above the trees then.
why?
I can fly through them because redwoods are pretty spread
Well,
out.
redwood in style of height, but you're talking like massive, very large, very, very leafy trees,
Dense.
very dense trees. So I mean, it's not just like redwood, tall, skinny, little bit of green on top, and that's it. They're very tall but very wide also. I mean, so like,
well, then their
if you were
gaps
looking,
would be
if you
giant
fly
in
to the
between
top
them.
of the forest and look down, you can't see the ground. There's not enough. There's nothing. Like, I mean, even walking through the forest is dark.
No, but then you be able to see where a dragon flew down and crushed a whole bunch of trees in a landing, right?
I'll go up.
Potentially, but I mean, every little bit there are small gives in the forest.
I mean, I guess we could just head in that direction.
Yeah.
Keep going that way.
We've got horses, don't we? I don't know with the wooded area. It'll still be slow, but
Yeah.
So one thing that I have about
You probably can't bring horses through this.
Okay.
It's probably too thick to carry horses through.
the bad thing about having the owl go ahead and then come back. What if he doesn't come back? Like, I
You
mean,
feel it.
I don't know if you would.
I don't think so.
Don't even.
He doesn't have a
unfamiliar?
connection to it unless it's within 100 feet of him.
Mm-hmm.
If it's outside of 100 feet and it dies, he won't know that it dies. He could just cast the spell again and see if it comes back or not.
Okay.
Would be the idea.
so it might not be helpful.
I wouldn't even be able to do that if I try to cast it again.
It would just reappear. Yeah, you're right. So yeah, you would have no way to really know.
You'd have to shunt it to make it reappear, wouldn't you?
Correct. That's what I was saying. Yeah.
All right.
I could cast the spell again, and whether or not the old owl was there, I would get a new one.
So let's just start going.
Yeah,
that
just keep
direction.
going.
Let's just go.
Okay.
And I think it being really tall.
And if we get in the
The
right
owls can
direction,
go.
the tracks should get fresher, right?
I mean,
We'd have to go in like
been
a
like-
fan formation.
I mean, it's been like 8 days, and I guess there's been some rain and some
yeah,
wind
there has
and
been a
other
lot for
stuff,
sure.
and-
I mean, it's a misty forest, right? So
Right.
it's dense
Dewy.
and wet. Yeah. So most tracks at this point are probably pretty gone.
Okay.
We can do a semi-fan formation where we just
go forward.
be somewhat distant from each other. We can still see the person on the left and the right, and just
So
kind of
before we
move
get
in
too
a
much
wall.
further tonight, what time does everybody need to be done? Because I don't want to go too late either.
I mean, I'd be ready to go now and finish up here.
I'm fine.
That's probably fine.
Okay.
We don't want to do too much without everyone.
Cody.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cody.
Okay. All right, so we'll call it here tonight.
Okay.
We'll be back. We need to figure out next week or what the next week we're playing is.
It'd be 2 weeks from now
I think so. Yeah.
because last week was an off week.
You are correct. So we're talking the 11th.
Yes.
Does that work for everybody?
That
Don't see
should.
why not.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll let you know when I know for sure. I don't think
Okay.
there's any trips coming up. But,
Let me close the stream off
You
before
11th?
everybody leaves. So
I'll
we'll
be
see you guys back in 2 weeks. We're kind of distant this week. We didn't have anybody watching, so but that's okay.
It's all good.
We'll be back in 2 weeks. Peace
Bye-bye.
out, guys.
Thank you.